Welcome, welcome, welcome. The Elite Podcast. The Elite Podcast. We are here, episode 22. 22. My brothers, big brothers, my big brothers, my big brothers. Pang, Tegan, talk to me. What good?
Go ahead, Tiga.
Whoa, bullet! You know it is, man. Always a joy to see my brothers. Is my outlet to really get a lot of things out from my chest. These stories just hitting like wildfire. I was just at a party on Saturday with the great Mendez, okay, with the great Zorro, Nine, Cobra, Max. All of these guys ready to come on the show and tell their stories. So it was awesome. It was just awesome. A great weekend. And Mendez say you ready to tell his story. Still the only man at St. Croix to run on a deer. So let me laugh it. The only man at cruise to catch a deer bang. Mendez.
With his foot and foot.
Yeah. That's the beat, brother. I even was asking if he fast like MJ. And he was like, MJ won't no punk, my son. MJ are really quick, brother. So big up to MJ. I definitely don't want to put race again. I hear he was a beast.
Hey, you know what's crazy is the fact the man said this and he's like totally serious in a punk. The man say was straight face, the man catch a deer.
Real talk.
Oh my God.
Real talk,
God.
He
Big up, Arika.
He get any witnesses? If he can get no witnesses, that story ain't true.
Hey, I can't believe none of these men in Westminster. Everybody say he did it.
Oh my God, the son.
But it's crazy. It was really, it's a nice weekend. Really good weekend.
That's good. That's good,
man. Set it up with Cobra and all of them, man. You just, let me and Pang know and see, what days we could pull them in. And we love to hear this story, man. We definitely like to hear about that story about the deer.
Yeah, man.
That's a fast animal, brother.
Hey, Mendez was a fast dude. Pang, you remember Mendez? He was too fast for his own good.
Not really, honestly.
If you see Mendez, you remember Mendez.
Probably. That's why I said not really. So I'll probably have to see he to remember.
Yeah, man. So Pang, what good, Pang?
Not much, man. When I tell you the sun put a beating on me today, we were outside playing ball again, and then I went out in the yard, and the sun put a beating on me. So I kind of like drained right about now. Still trying to replenish. I done drink about 4 Gatorade water, and I had to get me something to eat and just a little while ago. But hey, Eric. Otherwise,
you need to listen to me and Tegan and relax.
I tell you, I don't go there play like Pang going every Sunday. Wow, I am proud of you, sir.
But I need to get your video so I can start working out. I still got some pounds to lose.
Don't worry about it. We are getting it.
Yeah, big up, Curry. Big up. Yeah, I like that shot though. I like that shot, Pang.
Oh yeah, I'm classically trained, man.
Classically
I like
trained. You gotta get one for Tegan. That's what Tegan need to be wearing when he do that. When he do their videos. I know he'll cut the sleeves off and everything. No, he'll cut the sleeves off, but
you have to. See, no, I got me wearing sleeve. Hey, so much peer pressure on this show, brother. Too much peer pressure.
Man. I'll send you one. Just send me the address. I'll send you one.
You know we got you. I got you.
Yeah, man. Let me do these shout outs real quick, and then we get into the previous episode, and we'll what we're gonna do. First of all, rest in peace. Condolences to the Clark family once again. Rest in peace to Harris Clark as well, a VI legend. Rest in peace, and condolences to his family and friends and everybody who was close to him as well too. So we got the legends340.com. Legends340.com. Big up to Dingo. Hold your head up, Ringo. Big up to Savior Eats LLC Orlando by Sheena Fante. She have a food sale coming up this Saturday, August the 15th. So go out and support if you within, the Orlando areas or on the outskirts of Orlando, go out and support big food sales. So I definitely gonna be copying some food as well too. The Good Life Apparel, big up Nato, Good Life Apparel. Also, Andrea, follow her melted pot cooking class on Instagram. Melted pot cooking class on Instagram. Also, meltedpotcookingclass.com. Also, we got Sebone Caribbean Restaurant. Sebon Caribbean Restaurant. We have Apollo Legion, big up. We have on Instagram, Island Destiny 340 Serenity Braids by Nikki. We have Rico Canario. You know, he has a lot of history on the VI Sports from back in the days as well too. His website is www.lulu.com. We also have Right Way Service Station located in Princess next to Avis. We have Paris Enterprise. Also follow on Facebook. They're always live every Tuesday. Every Tuesday are live Wire Sports. Follow on Facebook. Live every Tuesday, 7 p.m. We also have Midnight Entertainment. You know, big up to Frenchie out in Jacksonville. Midnight Entertainment. Big up to Chico Harris with the Next Level Up Printing. Out in St. Croix. Also, we have Olivier Desir. I pronounced this wrong, so I apologize. I need to practice this one. But OlivierDesir.com. Go out and support, you know, the jewelry, you know, based out of St. Croix too as well, you know. And once again, condolences to the Clark family. Also follow the Elite Podcast. We have the Facebook page and also on the YouTube channel, VI Legends. V.I.Legends. Tired.
You know what? I got really followed up that melting pot person. She'll be cooking. That's what she'll do, right?
Yeah, it's about the melting pot, you know. So you have the class and you can kind of learn, you know, information and stuff about it. That'd be good.
Yeah, I got to get some cooking skills, and you know I don't cook, you know. So yeah.
Hey, that's a good way to get to a woman's heart, pan cooking.
Wow.
They love melting pot too. They love melting pot. Yeah, you know, I tried to be like I guess Dr. Phil. No, wrong person.
Rachel Roy. That's who the
is it. Richard Roy?
Yeah, she.
Yeah, she be cooking stuff. Yeah.
But I noticed something about your picture. I don't know what you did with your camera, but you see how you have the VI flag in the back. You totally knock out the VI flag, and it looked like two wings coming out the side of your ears. It's crazy. That can be something for a t-shirt.
I like that.
I like that, right?
Yeah, Apollo Legion. Legends 340.
Hook that up.
You know, hook that up. You know, hook that up.
All right, so we get this. Wait, what we said last episode?
Midre Cummins, the great Midre Cummins, former World Series champion, former Major League player.
Man, Midre really was a great episode, not just in terms of everything he did, in terms of what he accomplished, but just the mentality and the humbleness of him, the way how he wanted to come back home to the Virgin Islands and do something major for all the youths of the VI. And man, just this weekend, I just went around talking to a lot of locals, and they remember Midre like a brother, pan. It was crazy. Everybody said, man, Midre was so fast. Midre used to beat you like maybe 2 cars length, and then looking back at you until you come. That's how fast this man was. So I was like, wow, he had to be really fast. And when I talked to Mendez, and Mendez said Midre was faster than him, I know he was fast because Mendez was pretty fast.
What? So tell me what Mendez told you this weekend.
Mendez still is the only man here, and he brought out the only man and St. Croix to run on a deer. That's the only. I dead serious, man.
Hey,
that man catch a deer. When Jogo come out, Jogo confirm it. Mendez then catch a deer.
Watch out. It got tiger, lion, pumas, cheetahs. They got a hard time catching a deer. You want to tell me a man?
That's how fast Mendez is, pan.
2 foot them run down a deer.
That's how fast this man is. That's why I don't know how Midre beat this man. We talk about Midre on this. I think
this man's so serious telling this story to me, so that's what killing me.
Everybody in West confirmed this. Blackhead, Zoo, next.
Watch out. That man running the bush by himself. Somehow he come up on a deer, injured, down on the ground, and come out the bush with the deer attacking, but he just catch it.
Hey, you know who can confirm it? For real, Pac? Bo. When Bo come out, we ask Bo.
Hey, I that's something I gotta see for myself, boss.
Hey man, I got tears in my eyes, son. This shit funny,
it's crazy. It's crazy.
My language.
That's the type of talent we had in the VIB. Man who can catch
The
deer.
only way he catching a deer, the deer running down a mountain and he running down behind. I know he can't control his speed coming down. That's
And
the
he's
only way.
stumbled like that.
Yeah, he just. That's the only way he catching that deer, boss.
Oh man, that's crazy.
That's funny, son.
No,
Yeah, man. Big up Mendes, the original
big
deer
up wherever
catcher.
you is.
Yeah, the original deer catcher. Catching Bambi, right? Bambi was a deer, right?
Yeah.
Catching Bambi. Oh, man. Yeah, man.
So BD,
No,
what do you think of BJ?
Meajer was good, man. Meajer was he was humble. He got good memory, and he seemed like he was loved by everybody that knew him. Like I showed their respect. They shared a story in the chat. Just something about him, and the big thing for me is he was so humbling. Like he was still looking up to people. He was still giving people praises and respecting them. Like he's not the one that's the star. Like he's still looking at you as a star. You know what I'm saying? And that's what stood out to me when it come to just listening to he and talking. So, but it was a very good interview. Like it didn't even feel like we sit on this thing here for 4 hours
I'm telling
plus.
you.
yeah, man.
Yeah, that was kind of crazy.
Yeah,
You guys
it
have
was.
a focus time thing.
For me, you guys say everything that came to my mind too as well. One thing that stood out for me, he was so humble, man. He was so humble and gracious, man. Especially being a World Series champion and everything, and playing in one of the greatest games, scoring the time run in one of on the biggest stage of baseball. That's like top 10 greatest games ever played in Major League history, especially in the World Series. So, big up to me, Dre, and everything, man. So you could tell he's real humble and he has a good heart, man. He has a good heart and everything. So, yeah, man.
Yeah, it was real good.
Yeah. So no, we already had a World Series champion now, so we need to get NBA champion on the show. So we gotta get Tim Duncan.
I was about to say we only got one.
Yeah.
We gotta get Tim Duncan. So
That ain't too hard to figure out.
Right.
yeah. So my big brothers, are you is Hall of Fame basketball players? You guys need to do your job and get this done.
We
So
got
can
one.
elevate.
We got one champion, but 2 finalists. Cause Raja Bell make it to the finals. Versus the Lakers. Yeah.
Yeah. True that.
So, Mumba, I gonna let you go first for
Yeah.
our guest today, and just say what you have heard and what you're looking forward for and the interview. But this is a big interview for a lot of us, and I just got something to say about Bonehead. When we something that might shock a lot of people, but is so very true. Tegan said when he came on, I gonna say when it's time.
Okay, since I'm the little brother, I'm gonna go first. Why know about Bonehead? And this is no disrespect or anything, but I don't really know anything about Bonehead. I heard his name a couple of times, but I don't know anything. And that's why this podcast is so important, for us to learn about a lot of local legends and stuff like that. That's why it's so important that we when is the athlete's time, whoever it is, it could be a business owner, a rapper, a singer, a reggae artist, etc., a track star, back any type of athlete. I think is important for us to highlight them and really big them up and praise them and everything and inform the public about them. So,
Right.
and me and Bonehead, we was talking before we came on and stuff, and we was talking a lot, and we talked about that too. I don't know anything. I don't have any type of clips, nothing whatsoever. I know back in that time it was kind of hard to get clips, but so I'm like a fan today, man. I'm a fan and everything, and just everything people talked about in the chat, like Zoro, Kareem, etc. About talking about Bonehead, about jumping out the gym and he could jump, etc. Sunil, etc. and stuff like that. So man, I'm just honored to be here and everything and learn, and keep our eye in check, man. So we don't be doing 10 hours and stuff, Facebook and YouTube complaining about us already, So just play. But yeah, man, big up to Bonehead, Andrew Fleming. So I'm happy. I'm excited.
Well, as for me, Beanie, when I first saw this guy played when he came back, we could hear a lot more about his story, obviously. But I felt just watching him, it was like Zorro 2.0. Like they moved the same. He was just silky smooth around the court. It looks like he's not even moving fast, but he just gliding by people. And I was like, man, who the hell is this dude? And then I'm like, you don't know who that dude is? That's Bonehead. I was like, my God, this man got game. So I'm really anxious to hear his story, how far he made it, what he did, because man, he had some serious talent, some serious talent, and I just wish I had a more opportunity to play against him and watch him play because he definitely is a VI legend. So I'm just gonna be very excited to listen to him. And you, Beanie, we're gonna piggyback from you since you're a little bit older than us, so you'll see a lot more of him.
That's true.
Oh yeah, well, by age, not by looks. You're young. You still look good. So you're good. You're good to go.
You ain't see all this gray? What you talking about? This is 80% gray on my beard, boss. Seriously. But I always had gray hair, though. I always had gray hair. When I did have hair on top of my head, I always had gray hair. So, from young. But I gonna echo something that you said about Bonehead. Honestly, and this is the honest to God truth. And I saw Bonehead when he was a little bit younger. Bonehead had a lot of Zorro-like moments in St. Croix. Like he was that good. Like that dude could dunk from the free throw line with ease. He was crafty with the ball. Like he used to do like a lot of amazing stuff, and he could jump out the gym. Just being around Cheese, I get to see pushers. Pushers were playing in a league in Shabbat, I think. I want to say, and I think this time around this time, them man used to have a traveling league. When you play a team, and you play in their neighborhood, or I think that's how it was, but I ain't sure. But I just remember going to a game in Shabbat. I think that's where they win the championship or played the championship. I think they win, but I don't remember. I was kind of young. But that dude used to do some stuff on the court. And I remember a couple times he used to come Larry and play. I used to see he playing Grove. And he was just amazing. And I think he was the type of player that could have, we were about to hear his story, but I think he was the type of player, along with Zorro, could have definitely make it to the NBA and play jam in the NBA.
Wow.
That's how good that man was.
That's high praises, VI.
That's high praises,
Believe
man.
it. Believe
Big
it.
up, big up, man. That's how we always said, Pang. You the link from the old school to the new school. A big up to Cheese, because if it wasn't for Cheese, you would have all those opportunities, man. So
yeah, man.
You need to try to get Cheese on, man.
Cheese used to play with some good players. You know what I mean? Cheese had a lot of good players on the team, and I guess he was just a pivotal defensive player and all the team and that he played. So he plays with the superstars, and he used to just back them up with the defense, and I used to just tag along for all them raids.
Without further ado, bring on the man of the show. Bring on Bonehead. Let me meet
Andrew Bonehead.
Welcome.
Good afternoon, everyone. Good evening, however you want to put it. It's
afternoon.
to be here.
Afternoon,
man. Afternoon, man. Blessings, love.
How was everything on your end?
Yo, y'all about to make me cry over here?
Hey, but we just speaking facts, man.
Hey, you know what? It's crazy. You hear these things, and sometimes you don't believe in it, but hearing it from somebody, sometimes you gotta be humble about it.
For sure,
That's true. Yeah.
Definitely, but it's definitely dissolving, man, because, and I think people definitely need to hear your story, because there is a story to tell about Andrew Bonehead Fleming. And being that I grew up in Lorraine and you in Grove, so you're right next door, I get to see a lot of you playing. Like I said, whether it's just a pickup game to different leagues. I never saw you play in Central, but I heard a lot of stories about you in Central. But definitely in some of the leagues I'm around St. Croix, I am glad I got the chance to see you play in some of them leagues and just totally dominate. Like you was one of them unstoppable force. And if you just ask anybody that played against you, they would say the same thing.
Wow.
I don't know. I'll just listen. Like I was telling my buddy that the other night, I was just playing a game that I love. Just
Like
playing a
So,
game that I love.
let me start from the beginning. How it all started. How did you got introduced to the game that you love? What age you started from? How it came about?
What age? I can't even remember. What happened is that where I live at in Grove, where I first live at in Grove, I live right across the street from the recreation, the park, where you have a basketball court, a baseball field, a tennis court, and inside a little, little recreation building, have a
Mhm.
pool table,
ping
a
pong.
ping pong. We play domino. You understand? So what happened is that I'm right in the midst, and how I got into the game is that I was talking. Somebody was talking to me, and he was telling me that he knows he older gentleman. He said he used to see me when I was small. I used to be because I used to where I live. I was close to the park, but they never used to let my parents never used to want me to go in the park. So I used to be
Wow.
at the edge of the road, just walking back and forth, just looking at the park because I wanted to get loose, let loose. So um, the crazy thing is, and I got by me being there, I got hit by a car.
Wow.
Wow.
That is crazy.
Yeah, I got hit by a car. Yeah, and I'm almost like half of my face have gone, some like peel off and stuff.
Wow.
I remember all that, and after that, like my father was like, okay, you know what? You can go down to the park and play because he had kids down there playing too. So
Hmm.
now getting into the game now is that whereas you see like not now, I like back then I used to see in that park right there, they have a gentleman named Wolf. They used to hold leagues in that park. They used to have basketball leagues where man league too. No kids, man league where people coming from all different places the island to come play in that park right there. I used to see at night I used to just be there, like the park light come on, game going on at night. So I used to could stay from right where I was and watch the game going on. You understand? So all that was just excitement to me. You understand? And then in the morning, like Sunday or Saturday morning, I used to see them all a man than me, like about 5, 10 years older than me. Them I used to be down there early Sunday morning playing ball hard. Saturday morning, 6 o'clock playing ball hard till the sun come up.
Wow.
You understand? That used to be exciting. That used to be like, yo, a gathering. You understand?
Mm.
That's
I used
crazy.
to watch
And
the
like,
man early in the morning, sweating hard. Then after they finish, them man just sit down and talk about a job. You know?
I envision in them time, them man used to play sound ball. Nobody calling no foul.
Nobody call no foul. Foul? What foul? Ah,
That's what the game used to be.
you get hit, you better take that and go. Yeah, yeah. But it used to be, that's how it used to be, but it never used to be no why.
Mm.
You understand? It wasn't no why game. It still look like a organized game with a ref in it, but it's no ref.
Okay, okay.
You know?
Hello?
So that's how I started. And then matter of fact too, that same Wolf, he used to had not just the man league, he used to had little league. He used to have little league running there too. With how old he was? I was about 7, 8 and stuff. We used to have a little league running there too. So it ain't just the big during the day time he have a little league running. And that was like probably around summertime to have a little league. So he had kids there from all over used to just come and play in that little league. From my fact, just around, I think it was just around Grove area. And it wasn't really outcast. That one wasn't really too much of an outcast. But you had so many kids that you could form a team. You would have formed a
Wow.
team anyhow. You know?
So how many sports
I
you
ain't
play?
really
I'm pretty sure you probably played baseball as well. Not just basketball.
You know what? I had the opportunity. I ain't gonna lie. I had the opportunity to play it, but I wasn't intrigued in it. I'm sorry. I ain't mean to diss nobody. I ain't mean to feel the bad talk about
No,
it.
it's how you
It
feel.
was
It's how you feel. Don't worry about
it
Mumbai. He
was
love basketball too.
it wasn't really my game. I didn't feel that too much. I was more into baseball, and mind you, it had a lot of people around my area from Mutual Home and Grove area. They were playing baseball too, but I just didn't like. I don't know why. I just didn't like. I just stick to where I was just running from one end of the court to the next end of the court. That's all I was doing. Running. That's all. I just like so when I first started, I had a crazy shot. Didn't know how to shoot. It was a hook shot, but it's like I'm throwing it from behind my head. Like I run into the baseline, like running to the baseline and the basket, and I turn up the ball like this, and it's going in.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's a crazy shot for real.
That's crazy. That's
So it
crazy.
looked
Hey,
crazy. That's how it used to be. Hey,
yeah, just to interrupt real quick, fellas. Is some bad thunderstorms here. I'm not sure if it's any tornado warning or anything. There's a lot of lightning strikes and stuff. So if we lose, if electricity flickers and stuff like that, we might get boot off. But we're gonna come right back on. So I just want to inform everybody that's watching. So
Bonehead, where you
okay.
at in the States?
In Jersey. I'm in
Okay.
Jersey, New Jersey. I end up in Jersey, put like
Okay.
I like your
Be-
point.
Is Beanie
that. Yeah, I
talking?
end up.
Because he looks like he's talking, but Beanie's mic is muted.
It sure is. My bad.
Okay. Go ahead, Beanie. Go ahead.
No, I was saying we're gonna get to where how you end up in Jersey, like from your journey up in the States. So we definitely want to hear that, but we're gonna get to that a little later. Um, what I wanted to ask you is like, what was your first league, or just first organized ball where there's a referee involved? Where you first play ball at?
What I just said. That little league that the guy Wolf used to. Yeah, anybody you know about Wolf, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, I
how do
know
we know
Wolf.
Wolf?
We all
Yeah.
know Wolf.
Wolf is a legend in sports park, man. Wolf
Yeah,
been doing major things for the community at St. Croix for a long
yeah,
time. He just
yeah.
retired. So
Used to be
big up
around
to
the
Wolf.
baseball field
That's
too.
my
Yeah, big up to Wolf. Yeah,
my mentor. I ain't gonna lie because if because I've been around him like like he's a second father to me. I ain't gonna lie. He was a
Mm.
second father to me. Although he was just a little older than me, he was a second father to me because well, that park itself grew me, and he used to work right there in that park. You understand?
Yeah.
That's why I grew up, and that's what grew me. That's what made like until I left the island. That's where I used to be all the time
Hmm.
in that park. So
And you see, that's
yeah,
that's a great story because just like you say, he became a father figure for you. It just shows that you don't have to birth a child to become a father. When you take that interest in somebody, a young child, a young man who trying to do something positive and show them, that man will never forget. And just like you will say, Wolf was your mentor, Haywood was a lot of our mentor. It just shows that you have a place with young people when you pour out that care. And that's what really happening right now. We need a lot more people in the community to do that.
yeah.
see
Wolf,
I
Wolf.
think
It's true.
the whole thing with that too is that sometimes you see you gotta realize them gentlemen didn't even know they were doing that.
嗯
It was just the naturalness of them being. being friendly, being like, and because they have this type of way of people just grow just attached to them. You understand what I'm saying?
Mm.
And they just do it because they were just being helpful.
They
That's
kid.
basically being
They
helpful.
pretty much
They were
kid.
Yeah.
kid, and like they were looking for something or looking for somebody to talk about it later on. It was just something that I mean, and then some of them probably is because they were because well, Wolf was just working. He was working because that's what he was working. And by you know, like I said, been around and I learned a lot from him.
Mm,
You
Yeah,
that's
understand?
hard.
So
Wolf
it's
used to run
crazy a
all the
way.
summer program, all the summer camp them in Grove.
Yeah, I hear you talk about that league in Shabbat, right?
Mm-hmm.
That league you're talking about that league in Shabbat. Listen, you see that league right there? Like you said, it was our recreation league because we went to Frederickson to play, we went to Shabbat to play, and we went other places to play. But that championship, you know, we used to get to them games, man.
No.
Jump in a chop.
Wolf had a big car, right? I can't remember how old the car was, but it's a big car. What I mean, a big car. And Wolf used to is what, 4 doors, right? And Wolf used to put 9 men up in that car, and
I
You guys are moving like Mexico, man. Okay.
Oh God, go God, Tiga. No, no,
Me and
no.
Pam saw that Pam, you remember when we in Mexico?
and
How many
and
people come out a sprint?
yes, and no lie, brother, no
Big up to my
lie.
big up to all my people in Mexico watching. Big up. All love. We love you guys.
I
Much
mean,
love
this
to
in
everybody in
Mexico, we,
Mexico.
we love Mexico too, but I'm telling you the
Yeah,
truth.
I
We
know,
see
but
a
I'm just
sprint
saying.
and about 12 people come out a sprint, dude. We couldn't believe. We could not believe. Impossible.
yeah,
The man,
that's
I
how
could
it
even
was.
name, all the players from that team there. This
See,
was
I'm a thing.
this was around Hugo time. It was not too long after Hugo, right?
No, that was way before Hugo.
Okay. Well,
That was
anyways,
young. I was young.
you were young.
I was really young.
Okay.
Yeah, I was really young because
Was
uh, I would say like that was just when I just probably started to come to high school though. I was young. I remember that. It wasn't young Hugo. Hugo come after that. But we used to travel and like I said, his car was our transportation. Like,
mhm.
yo, we jump in the car and then we go to places, bam, bam, boom, bam, bam, bam. And like we played the Shabbat and we played all type of places. And that's like basketball is such a funny sport that where it brings people together. Where
Mm.
like how what happening now, people can't go here, people can't go there. With basketball, like we could have gone any place we wanted to go
Right.
on the island.
Yeah.
And,
That's
and
that's
we
fact. That's true.
we have mentioned that a couple times on this show. Basketball is very universal. It builds bridges. It builds friendships, brotherhood. You know, some of my college teammates are like my best friends now to this day. And I left college going on almost 20 years ago. Um,
Yeah,
and the man is still some of my closest friends to this day. From the time I met Tegan in high school, me and Tegan been linked since then. You
Mm.
know, Mumba since then. Like college to build bridges, brother.
It's
No
true.
matter what
but
part,
That's
sports,
fact.
sports period.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It just
listen, once you could play
you
a
in
game
different
real
walks of
good,
life.
once you could play a game real good, everybody all of a sudden know you. Everybody come. That's what I was telling my daughter, right? When she started to play the game, the sport, I tell her, watch. Especially when she started to go to high school or something, I tell her, listen, what's gonna happen to you? You're gonna have people coming up to you, talking to you, and you don't even know who they are because you play this sport. And if you kind of eyes, you're gonna see how crazy it gets because you be like, people gonna be waving to you, be like, okay, why not this far from? And that's
Yeah.
how it is.
Yeah.
Once you're good in that sport, once you go to the sport, everybody will come up to you. Hey, oh, I've been watching you. Yeah, you good. You nice, man. You nice. It's fucking crazy or not.
Hey, you ain't lying at all.
And that's how it is.
So let me go back a little bit, Bonehead. Let me talk about St. Croix rivalries a little bit. Who was your rival back in them days as you coming up? Who was the man you wanted to play against the most? Who you really admire? What team you really wanted to beat? Because I know Shabert was probably one of them crazy team. A lot of we couldn't beat because we just couldn't go in Shabert and win. Or else you're gonna need to have more than just a ride home. Shabert was easy to play over, I tell you.
I know, my son.
You said fuck, but like I said with Pirate, that those days we could have got any place. And the team
Yeah.
that we had, we beat Shabbat. We didn't care because like what it is too. I think they have a little shy dude that used to run Shabbat. A little red. I think it red name.
No, he named Iceman.
Iceman, Bermudez.
Right. And you know nobody used to mess with him.
Yeah, he's a legend. He's a legend. And he's still doing his thing with
Right.
the youth stuff.
Right. So him and Wolf together, who gonna mess with them?
Yeah.
That's true.
You know, it ain't just mess with respect. It's just respect. So that's how we used to go through that, like have the league going on because we ain't looking no trouble. We come in to play ball.
Right.
Yeah.
We come in to play ball. And
So you guys beat Shabert. Who was on that Shabert team? You heard me?
everybody froze.
Yeah. No, I'm saying when you beat Shabert,
Huh? I didn't hear
who
you.
stand out on that Shabert team that you beat? Was Tyrone on that team?
You know what? I never played against Tyrone. Sorry to say. Tyrone
So
probably
he
like
was
3
ahead
years after me.
after.
I never really.
No, Tyrone is younger than he.
Huh?
Okay.
Yeah, Tyrone was like 3 years after. See her class just said. I look like how Zoro was. How I used to play like how Zoro was. When I started Tyrone play, I was like looking into a mirror
Mm.
because he played the way how he played is almost like how I played, but his game was a little more than what I could have seen much things that seemed like how I played. I was like, wow.
You definitely. I wish you had played more in Tyrone era. I wish a lot of like a lot of you guys had played more in
Yeah.
later on because the game had evolved and now he was ahead of your time. Like really and truly, Zoro ain't really had no competition on the island. Really, they had like good players, and the one thing, as good as you are, you still got beat a team. But they ain't had no one individual player on Zoro level. And then when you came around, they ain't had no one individual player on your level playing against you at the time. You know what I'm saying? But it's still hard to beat a team, a good team.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But
Listen,
like,
when I played against Zoro, right? And what y'all saying, it wasn't hard. I playing push. And that year when I played with pushers, we had a nice team. And the team to beat was Mandem. You
Mhm.
understand? It used to always be like pushers against Mandem. So that's the team. And we played in Central. And when I tell you a gym is packed, standing room only. Standing room. And I mean, the game went. I ain't gonna talk about the game too much because I ain't want to blow people
No,
head.
no, we need to hear
no,
the
no, no,
story.
no, 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 no.
Your story.
Yeah.
Yeah, boy.
Because
Let it out. Let it
We
out.
can't let you off the hook.
Can't get it off your chest.
Yeah.
So
This is history.
let me help
listen,
you out.
man.
Let me help you out a little bit to tell your story. After Zoro did his interview, A man from Grove called me. I remember his name, but I don't remember him that good. Now that I talk about it, I can't remember his name. But anyways, he told me some stories that in regards to playing against Mandem, and it relates to what you don't want to talk about now. Tell the stories. I heard pushers used to beat Mandem more than Mandem used to beat pushers.
Yes. Yes.
Bullet.
Yes. That is not a lie. That is not a lie. We listen. Like I just tell you, the gym is around packed. It's standing room only. So we was the only team because Mandem had ballers.
Mm.
They had weapons. You understand what I'm telling you? And it ain't just the starting five. They might have man who coming off the bench who could have played. You understand? So, but with pushers, we had bruisers and ballers. So to play against Mandem, you have to body them up. You have to play them tough. And we had a weapon that you got in order as a Zoro that they couldn't really stop. And then you ever hear that before?
Yeah, man.
Of course, yeah, of course.
We need to get Yan. Commission.
We heard he was good in two sports.
Before I even see Zoro, yes. Before I even see Zoro play, I heard about Zoro, but I only heard Zoro when I got to attack more. But before I got there, Dennis Brown was a man that I used to look up to tell the truth, because he had inside and outside. He had a complete game, but he was more a post up. He was a stretch four. He was a stretch four. Before you even know what a stretch four is.
He was a man child because he was
ahead of time. Yeah.
Listen, the man is dangerous. I was like, whoa. And he beat Zoe in a dunk out already too.
Wow, I did not know that. You are dropping dimes, Bonehead. You are dropping dimes on this podcast tonight.
Yeah.
I did not know that.
I like to hear those type of gems.
What?
Some of that stuff I ain't really been there, but because I was younger too. But I hear I live in Grove. When them man come back and tell me stuff, I was like, wow. Because we had Ambrose. Ambrose who's been on the team, he's the point guy on the.
You can't leave he open.
So he used to tell a story about he had story to tell. So he used to tell us a whole bunch of stuff. If they truth, right, that they lie. But some of that stuff, other man will come and tell you what happened. So you put two and two together to know what's true and what's a lie. But
I feel you, because we like to add on a little thing to our stories, them.
And one thing, you whoever you talk on this podcast, if you fibbing a little bit, if you embellishing a little bit, the truth will come out, because we have viewers that been there, that witness for themselves,
right?
And they could help us out with the stories, because somebody helping me out while you talking, somebody helping me out to tell me that you did play against Tyrone, and it was the same year that we win a dunk out. You supposedly win a dunk out in the same league.
Who win? I win it.
The person said we win. They didn't say you or he win. They said we win a dunk out. I don't know what that means.
The person was on my team?
Yes.
Tiga, you see,
I think I
Pang
know
gets
that.
sources or so, Pang
I'm
doing
telling
big
you,
things.
Pang is really upgraded. He's moving like Skip and Shannon Sharp right now.
Yeah,
son.
yeah, Stephen A. Smith. They sources, they secret
Hey.
sources. Man, we gotta
Okay.
step our game up.
man.
Okay, from my experience, I think you play against Tyrone. I used to wear purple, and it was you, Lampy, Cheese, Fraga,
Jeez.
Rum Dog, Terry, Richardson. Um, I had some other players, but I don't really remember the name. I think Dave was on the team too. Dave
Right,
Richardson.
right. Yeah,
And I
yeah.
want to say,
Remember-
are you beat Tyrone them in that league there that I were playing? I used to wear purple t-shirt with yellow pushers across our
whatever,
chest.
whatever team we play, we beat everybody. We are winning the league.
Right.
We
Because
are
I
winning
remember
the league. We are
I
winning.
remember and I gonna ask my source. I really think this league was after Hugo, honestly, Bonehead. But I
You
go
can't,
verify.
No,
you can't name your source. Is your
Hey,
source want to be
Have your source call in. Whoa, have your source call in.
I can tell you. You know why? Huh? You know why I can tell you it's not after Hugo because that's when I went into Man League.
Dead was on the team too.
Oh,
Dead.
yeah,
Pius.
yeah. That's what
I had a
I
really
can tell
good
you it's
team.
not
man.
after. That's what I went into. That's when I went into Man League. So that's why I know it's not after Hugo.
Okay.
It was before.
Ali was on the team. Ali from Paradise and
Yeah,
Michael and
too.
Dumpling.
yeah.
Big up to all of them. Big up to all those players too.
Yeah, man.
We had a unique team.
You did, man, because that's one of my favorite teams, like of all time watching play basketball. Honestly, and St. Croix.
Wow.
I were really good, man, and I used to go and just run teams, brother, like really run teams, give them hell. And then I just had a little plug of people from everywhere. I had Grove, Lorraine, and I think Paradise
Right.
on the
Paradise.
team.
That was
A few man from Paradise.
Right. Yes, we had a unique. So I tell you, we had a unique team. We had a team like not. Cause you say Fraga and you say Ali, like wow. I can't remember them, but now you just confirm it. Like I was like, whoa. So we had a team that it was like man. Tell the truth, man, who know their role. Although they couldn't play, but they know their role.
Who was our coach?
Who
was our coach that time?
Wolf.
Oh, Wolf coach, you guys.
Yeah, I tell you, that's the car we jump in to go every place.
Okay. Wow. Okay, I got big up Wolf. I didn't know Wolf was a coach. Honestly, I only asked that question because I know Wolf is so close with Mandem.
You see Lampy in the chat, Bonehead? That comment on the screen, that's Lampy.
No. Wait. No. Wolf wasn't that close to Mandem. Wolf was more for pushers.
Pushers, yeah.
Wolf
brother is more for Mandem.
Wolf brother used to play and pusher.
Okay. Yeah, man. You guys are dropping some nuggets with everything.
Yeah, lots of nuggets.
Tegan, you know who was on that team too?
Go ahead.
Your boy Sammy was on that team.
I was going to ask if Sammy was on that team. I feel Sammy was on that team, right? I was feeling that. Now, Sammy love a bonehead, brother. When you say bonehead, Sammy don't represent you big. Sammy, I just love your game.
Wow. Listen, and then you know what I could say is I think after, like I said, I think I just starting the game to high school. That's when I started to know them man from East because I didn't know them. And I think when I played against them, that's why I didn't know if it was Tyrone or whoever I played against because I didn't really know them like that. You understand?
Yeah.
I didn't know them like that. So it's then when I got in when I get into high school, and then my not the first year, the second year is when the man from East, like Basie, Rudell, um, who else? A couple other
Sunny.
partners from East, yeah, start to come on the team. That's when I start to know more man from East. So probably Tyrone was probably on it, but he was younger, so it didn't like he was doing a lot of damage there. You understand? He probably come off like I said, because when I finished high school, Tyrone wasn't in high school yet.
Wow. I want to jump to his manly days because I got a couple questions to ask you. But if I want to ask about high school, I go hold back.
No, let me go. Did you play ball in Ata for like the
What?
JV or the
Listen,
varsity team?
Arthur, let me tell you, Arthur is what started me out, to tell you the truth, and being known. Arthur used to have a lunch league because that's why I know Zoro. That's why I started to know Zoro from the lunch league. Arthur used to have a lunch league. Um, at lunchtime, the gym is rampant, and we only had one lunch period. So when they have a league, had a guy named Jokaya. Jokaya, I think he used to run it, and
Yeah, Jokaya, that's the
that's
baddest man from
who
West.
Zoro was.
Hey, I must tell you, Jokaya is the baddest man. But he's still on the beach, the park in his speedo.
For
Jokaya
real,
don't know that.
Jokaya still there, bro?
Yes, sir. Jokaya is the man.
No.
He said he's the baddest kung fu man at St. Croix.
Huh?
Yeah.
Is he?
Oh man.
Yeah,
Wow.
Jokaya was a janitor in Ata.
Yes,
Yeah.
the Jonathan after that time was him, and he used to run the league. So when he run the league and stuff, that's started us. And I said, like my first year, I didn't play. I used to just go in there and watch the game then because when the man from Grove, we had another dude pick. You know pick.
Yeah.
The man that brought pick in and said pick is a savior for Grove. Pick used to just go down there and do his thing. Pick was like about 3 years advanced than us.
Right. And Pick
Pick used to
was
do some
shot
stuff
too.
like, yo, yeah. So until I learned the game, but that was another thing. But after my my first year, I didn't play because I already had a team, and I didn't know myself then. The second in my 8th grade, them I say, yo, let's farm a team because a lot of them are not graduate. So now them I say, let's farm a team to play in the lunch league. So when we start to farm a team, then it was Grove and Mutual Home mostly. And I said, all right, I play. And then when we were playing, like this is how I start to people start to know me because what happened, I used to dunk and the game be going on and we in the gym and the game could be boring as hell. You know what I'm saying? He the ball lay dunk. Once I dunk, the gym get happy.
That's crazy. So you were dunking
The
from
gym get
Ada.
yeah,
That's crazy.
yeah, man. I dunk. I dunk it
Bonehead.
for Arthur, yeah.
This league that
Uh-huh.
we were talking about, this is what I gonna prove to you that this was after Hugo. Right? This
I'm
this
after
this
Hugo.
this
Thank you.
this picture yeah is on the house that get tear off. That wall behind you is the house that get tear off from my neighbor house that get tear off. And I was in that space taking this picture. It was definitely after Hugo. This was in like Inches used to, you remember Inches? And Inches car?
Yeah.
Inches was my neighbor. And their house are gone after Hugo. And now you there in that spot. And that's how you there in that picture.
That was after Hugo.
Definitely after Hugo.
I can't remember that. I think that was before because you know what? Maybe you're right. You know what? I'm not the that. Maybe you're right because
Yeah,
you have proof, right? I can't deny
my my sources just sent me them pics.
What's your source name again? Pang, I didn't hear your name. What's your source name?
I didn't say no name. I got I got
I got source for son.
no. My source is his best friend, Lampy, which is my
that.
brother-in-law, and
Yeah, yeah,
Cheese.
yeah.
Yeah, big up to them, man. Big up Lampy, big up Cheese, big up. You know,
I never watch it because I don't see Lampy texted. So the man
yeah,
in the
yeah, man. Yeah,
I
Lampy
love
said after
I love
Hugo. Yeah,
I love that brother. That's another person. Me and him grew up playing together on that court. Like that's what we learned the game together. Basically,
It's
we
it's
learned this
funny.
game together
It's funny you
because
mentioned that you said that you live across the street from the court. You live on one side of the court, and Lampy live on the other side of the
right,
on the other side of the court.
yep, yep.
That's crazy.
that is crazy.
So
Wow.
let me ask this
We,
question, Bonehead. You telling me that Arthur Richard lunch lead was the biggest thing in the school at that time? How was
yeah,
that like?
yeah. You listen. That was look, like I said. You see that name Bonehead? Like I said, that's what made me because like I was just telling remember yesterday when you were elementary, you only knowing a quarter of the island because you only know what's around that area.
You.
You understand?
Mhm.
Yeah,
When you reach to junior high, you know in half of the island because it's more areas coming to that junior high.
Mhm.
When you reach a high school, that's when you know most of the island know the whole island because everybody's going to the high
Yeah.
yep,
school.
true that.
So when we graduate, when I went to Arthur, now you getting to know man from West. And like I said, knowing pushers and man them have rivalry and all them things. You hear about stuff rally, but so them man, the school is next to stuff rally. So them man already don't believe that they own school.
Mm. Hear that,
You
Mumba?
understand? They already feel like they own the school because them man right live right next door. But we coming from where we come from, Grove was a place that wasn't backing down for nobody. I'm
Mhm.
sorry.
That's facts.
Grove wasn't back Grove wasn't backing down for especially when it comes to sport. I mean other things, yeah, but back then it was a sport. Ain't backing down for nobody, you know? So when I get when you had that league going on, my father give me that name. I never did like that name Bonehead. Never did like it
Mhm.
really, but I had to somewhat live with it, and that's like why I tell my dad to tell you the truth. I tell her straight up, my name Bonehead. I didn't like it, but I flipped the name. I didn't realize it, but I flipped the name into a name to be respected.
Yeah. And
When
you
you hear
turn
the
it into a
name now,
legend because nobody know you as
yeah,
Andrew Fleming. We know you as
Go
Bonehead.
ahead.
That's legendary
exactly.
status right there.
Right. So that's why I said like I tell my dad, I'm like, yo, if you're gonna island, you hear the name, and people say you said Bonehead, they be like, that dude there, right there, I know that dude, and especially if they around my age, I'm like, yo, that dude, that barber,
Mm.
you know. So that's what I just tell my dad, like I flipped, like she used to have pop, whatever. I used to tell her like, what you need to do is let your game speak for itself, and I tell you what, your name, people gonna respect how you play instead of trying to come at you in all type of different ways. They're gonna like you differently. So that's how why it didn't matter. Like and like I said, everybody used to want to see me dunk. So that's how my name started to grow. That's how my name started to grow in Arthur. And then I used to watch how like what you gotta do sometimes you gotta watch how some people play. And I, I'm gonna tell you something, a secret. I used to watch how Zoro play and like how he was smooth and stuff and do things. One thing I did see for him, really, I ain't gonna lie for that, is the way how he used to run. Zoro used to run with his finger up like this. You watch how Zoro used to run, Zoro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lang gliding. It looked like he running fast and he just gliding up and down the court.
Yeah, that's true.
Zoro is down, I just run up the court smooth. Just like this. And that's one thing I did see for him. I'm not a part, like I said, I'm not a person who's a brag, but when I used to dunk, if I dunk on you, this is how I run up court.
Yeah, I like that. Yeah. It's natural.
Give me,
Okay, so for a person, let me jump in.
Yeah, I
For
know
a person who go to Arthur, because I went to Elena, so I'm gonna yield to the Arthur Richards crew alumni up here.
Yeah,
Give
pay
me
respects.
who is an outside viewer when you were when Grove was playing against Safarali, so you speak, in lunch league. Who was the main guy for Safarali? Obviously, you was the main guy for Grove. How were those games like? You had any fights? Let me know. Give me a story for outsider. Because in Elena question, we were more thinking about education, right? We were really,
This guy, so disrespectful, my son. You hear this man? This man so disrespectful, my son. Bonehead and Punk. He did say Arthur like that? No, sir.
I am not guy I'm telling you.
I don't know
Go
Bonehead.
ahead.
When I was in Arthur, we used to, Safrani had a player that just used to come school for lunch league and go back home.
My son.
My classmate was one of the baddest man in Arthur, and this man used to just, I know he ain't in school, but he don't miss a lunch league game for nothing, this son.
Oh God, that is crazy.
But Tegan,
Oh my
in
God.
all respects,
Oh,
like
jeez.
lunch league was the thing in Arthur, son. Lunch league was so, I don't know how it was when Mumba came around, but lunch league used to be lit.
Hey,
in Arthur.
Punk. I was what when I was in 7th grade, my first year in 7th grade. You was there.
Mumba, so
I was a youngin then, but I trust me, yeah.
like
Gym used to be packed.
right. We
Crazy.
used to have games against Williams Lake. They were hard game because Williams Lake had Terry.
Yeah.
Sufferali had Miguel, Shotgun, Alfred. Alfred was one of the smoothest players. I'll let Shotgun talk about Alfred one day, but and then they had Harrigan had a good team. Grove had Achama, Sippy, Dino. Like them had some good teams. Like every area had some good teams. Maybe not Wim though. Wim never really had no good team. Sorry, Tegan.
Yeah. Hey, but let me jump in. Let me jump in real quick to piggyback on what Pang said about you had a classmate from Raleigh that used to only come to lunch league game. I remember coming to a game in lunch league in Arta, and I think it was Miss Fredericks or somebody, and somebody was playing from Harrigan, and she come and tell Pulley of the court. I think she had tell Mr. Keynes or somebody that hey, this man ain't been to my class in like 2 weeks. He can't be playing in this league. So no, for real, yeah. Yeah.
Hey,
Yeah.
Tegan, Arta was serious.
Yeah, you were crazy.
But go ahead, Bonehead. Talk about who your rivals was in Arta.
Arthur, we had Safaradi, of course. And I think Safaradi had two teams because he had a couple man there wasn't getting along with each other. Although they play good, they wasn't getting along with each other. You understand? I think it was Cobra. It was Cobra and well, he had one dude. Basically, he used to thought that he used to be a superstar, but he named Sonny. Ever heard of Sonny?
Yes.
Yeah.
I saw Sonny play before.
Right. So I'm not knocking the dude, but he used to always try to be. He didn't never let the game come to him to be the best that he could have been. He used to want to force it, and
Okay.
sometimes he used to be like a bully. You understand what I'm saying?
Mm.
But he he had a team, I think, and I think Cobra them had another team. But those were the rivalry we used to go against. And don't get it wrong, Sonny could have played. I had another dude who used to play named Zan, Henry Gonzaga. He
Mm.
was a beast.
You know he
I
pan?
don't know
I
if
don't
you
know.
Never heard that name before.
ask Cobra about him. Ask Cobra about him. He used to play strong down low. Like he had a nice game down low. You understand? He used to be strong down low. But
Say his name again, Bonehead. Say his name again.
Henry got Henry Gonzaga.
Zab.
Zan, Z-A-N.
Oh,
Zan.
Zan, yeah.
Yeah.
Zan.
You know. No, I never hear about
I
him.
never, no, I'm the youngest here, so I know nothing.
Right. No, no. Because you know, like he was quiet, but he had a nice game. You understand what I'm saying? Matter of fact,
Yeah.
here's a crazy story. In Central, matter of fact, it was me and him. Me and Dan was the only rookie. We was the only rookie when Lacada took a team to Florida. It was me and him as the rookies on the team who went to Florida with the rest of them man.
So we
Remember
got
I went
find
to Florida.
we got find out who Zan is so we could hear his story too.
Yeah, when
Yeah,
I
I
went,
got Cobra and Arthur now and then.
he live in Florida. I think he a police officer or something like that.
Oh, that's even better.
But me and him was the only man who went to Florida with them who already been, who was like seniors and juniors. Me and him were freshman was 10th grade when them man are going to Florida to play in that league in Florida. Kissing me or something like that.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Laka
We
talk
went
about
there.
that on the show.
Yeah.
Right.
High praise though, as you guys was the youngest.
That's true, Tegan.
Yes, we was the youngest. Me and him were the youngest on that team. You know, I was happy. I was like, what? I get to go to Florida for free. I used to like them take a trip.
Right. Definitely. We all did.
Well,
True
that's
that.
what we were talking in art. But definitely Arthur is what, like I said, what made, like I said, it started from Arthur, where we had a team now in 9th grade. We had an exciting team in 8th grade, because that's when I started. But in 9th grade, when we started to play, we had a small team, but we had a excited team. It was me, Lampy, Foley, dude from Strictly the Best.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
A dude named Isles, Honest. He used to have been a bad China dance.
The dark skin
The tall dude.
with the big item.
Yeah. I that big eye. I think so. Can't
Yeah,
remember.
well, maybe not a big guy, but he just had like a sleepy look. He always had like a sleepy look.
Yes, Iris. Yes, that's Iris.
Yeah. You know.
We had
A fun fact. China. The singer from China that is my neighbor right now.
Oh yeah?
For real?
The little chubby one.
Wow.
Jeez, man. How to describe people messed up, man.
Hey, do you remember that man? I don't know none of them man name.
We need some classic.
I don't talk to this man every day. I don't even know you remember his name.
Oh my God.
Yeah, those guys about China done.
Hey, China, come here, man.
well, As I tell you, at home, you who know people are real name?
Don't know.
Ain't nobody know nobody by, you know. But that year, we had an excited team because we had people who could dunk, and block shots. Like our team was like, yo, really crazy. And, and like I said, the dunk, the dunking thing, I realized like how when I start to dunk, how the crowd go, how the crowd react. Those type of things is what feed me to where it's like, yo, I gotta keep going doing this because the way how the crowd was reacting, it was like, yo, it's like you watching that and like the gym is got bleachers on both sides, but you know how it is, and the
Right.
dust is so packed. It's like and everybody going up. You know how low that is.
Right. Definitely. I just excited to hear that you were dunking at Arta already.
That's me too. I want to
That's
know, tell me
crazy.
what.
I couldn't even dunk a donut at Arta.
You know what
Uh,
though? Back then we used to find ways of dunking. You like man used to, oh wait, and I think you know what man used to dunk in Arthur
That's
back then.
crazy.
We had a lot of man used to dunk, but you remember back then too. Here's another thing about Arthur. Before back then, a lot of man used to get stay back, so they were older than what they was.
that's
I
true.
mean,
Sorry.
if the Mama Saparali only coming to play lunch league, he must stay back. We are not investigation.
That's true.
Hey, he
Uh,
is. Hey, he is not like you. And you know what Arthur used to do too? Like when people stay back, the second year they used to put all them man in the same class.
same class, yeah.
I, my second year in seventh grade, because I stay back in seventh grade.
I step
All
back
of,
too.
all of we are stay back. Every last one of them, everybody in that class will stay back.
Uh, that's
So
cool craziness.
now we find the real problem. It was lunch lead all along.
But when I stay back, I wasn't even playing ball then. But
When you're
I
ready to
didn't play
watch the
ball.
game.
I definitely was watching the game. Then. Definitely. No. We didn't have lunch league my first year because that was the year after Hugo, and we had second session, afternoon session.
Oh,
So they had no lunch league.
Oh, okay.
oh,
Let me move to Central. I don't really too like to do too much Central because it looked like Central ain't had no competition in our days. But you can give me any story you want in terms of Central High because you guys were so dominant. They didn't have another major high school like complex in nowadays. So any major story from Central?
here's the crazy. To tell you the truth, when I get to Central, I didn't really want to go on the team. I did. Ain't that I didn't want to go on it. I didn't feel I could have made it. I ain't gonna lie to
Wow,
you now.
that's crazy.
No, I didn't feel I could have made the team because I didn't know. I mean, there was people. Number one, I just get into high school. A younger than the average man who was already on the team. So I used to figure that out. Okay, they're gonna pick the man who already been on the team. So who am I? Ain't nobody. You know what I'm saying? So if it wasn't for matter of fact, if it wasn't for Wolf pushing me, Wolf tell me, "Oh, go and try out for the team, man. Around with you." Cause I think I told him like, "Yo, I might not even go." He said, "Yo, try out for the team," and he pushed me to try out for the team, and I said, "All right, what the hell? Why got to you?" And then when I went, and I see Cobra, I see Zan, I see other man who was from Arthur, who is a master on the same level with me trying out for the team. I said, "Oh, I got this. Man. I could do something," and that's how that goes. But
That's
at
crazy.
first, I didn't thought I could
Yeah.
make the team.
That means, man, Central has some serious talent. If you thought that wow, that's crazy. I can't even fathom that one.
That's crazy for
But
real.
but Tegan, you gotta remember, honestly, when Central, like all the best man from East Day in Central, all the best man from West Day
Yeah.
in Central. That's a hard team to
Yep.
make. They had
They did.
so much
Yeah.
good players in school that didn't make Central team when I was there, because it was just too much. It was just too much talent.
Too
I
much
can
talent.
imagine. It's crazy.
Yeah.
We still have two major high school, and it's still too much talent to really make two team right now in terms of making a team.
Yeah.
You remember Johnson, right, Tegan?
Yeah, it's a door.
Did you think Johnson was good?
Yeah, I felt he was good. I felt
John,
he didn't play the mind game the way to get to that next level, but he had all the tools. He could shoot. He had size. You could D up. I felt he was good.
Johnson never played high school basketball. He never played on the high
Never?
school team.
Wow.
Never.
I'm surprised.
I didn't know that. That's crazy.
Wow, that is crazy.
But Johnson did have a little "I'm above the team" type of mentality. That's why it's not that he couldn't make it.
You know what it is?
That's crazy. You breaking in? You break up?
I think he
Remember?
froze.
He froze.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he froze. He freezing up. Okay.
You know what? You know what it is? You know what it is that. Oh, me? You can hear me?
Yeah,
You
you
good
are
now?
free. You good now. You good now.
All right. You know what it is? Is discipline. They had a lot of men who wasn't disciplined to make the team. They had the talent. They had the talent, but who was disciplined to listen to what the coach have to tell him to do? If he wasn't that type of person, that's why you couldn't make it. You that's why a lot of men didn't couldn't make that team. Because
That's crazy.
like
That's
you said,
talent.
we
You
have
gotta be disciplined, yeah.
Serious talent. How was lunch lead in Central? They had lunch lead? Them time?
they tried it, but it wasn't done. They tried, but it couldn't work.
Art is the king of lunch lead and cruise.
Because I think
I,
the
I,
Central
I
had two.
crown Art a champion then.
No, but Central had some wicked lunch league.
Oh,
So
yeah.
what you talking about?
Well, I never went Central Park.
No, they had two lunch
I
leaders.
can think back on you.
Watch out. What? Oh,
I'm not talking about
somebody
life.
tell me to ask
They
you
don't-
about that Williams Elite team. I guess I don't know if it was a lunch league team, but they told me to ask you about Williams Elite team.
Williams Elite had a tell the truth. Williams Elite had a player that was a team named his last name is Gachet. What his first name was. I forget what his first name is. The dude, he was advanced too because I think I forget the name. His last name is Gachet. The dude had a jump shot. Like he had a mid-range game before man even know about mid-range game. And he a pretty like you couldn't stop him really. You couldn't stop it. That Williams like team. Gachet. What his first name is? Oxford. Paulie will tell you his name. But he had a pretty jump shot bar. Like before even know what jump shot, how to really shoot. The dude was already advanced, had the form, and like you couldn't really stop it. But he just didn't have enough people to back him to where he was a real threat. But they had a nice team.
Who is Mongo and Lincoln?
Lincoln Gachet. There you go. That's the Lincoln.
And you source them and point, brother.
Big up to everybody helping out with the names there, man. The source.
Mo was a big dude, a muscle up dude, right? He was big. Let me see how to describe him. He was like not like a bit like Mike Tyson, but
Wow. That's a big dude. That's a coconut.
Mike Tyson, and he was big. Mongo was a big boy.
That's crazy. That's scary, brother.
Yeah, Mongo, yeah. That I just said that, yeah.
So why lunch league didn't work in Central? Do you know?
think we had 2 periods at that time, 2 lunch periods. So you couldn't really farm a good team. And plus, man are lazy in Central. Them man they want to walk from the main campus to the gym.
That is lazy.
You speak for
I'm
yourself,
telling you.
Tegan. Trust me. You
You
speak for
serious, man?
yourself. Man, that gym so far, my son, from the class them.
Oh my God.
No, sir, not for basketball. No, sir.
If you got a man who walk from Safari Rally to Arthur Gym, that's a longer walk.
Well,
Yeah,
let
that's
me
true.
let me take it back. I never used to miss practice, and I never used to miss game, but I definitely used to miss. I had a social study class out there. I definitely used to miss that class. You know. That gym is fire, boss.
Only for schoolwork, right?
Man, they want,
Oh my
I-
God.
that's what them man they want to walk from the main campus to the gym. That's why that not even that alone.
That's crazy.
Like people didn't want to walk down there. So when the game going on, you won't really have no audience. You don't really have that much audience going down there. So it was like boring.
Mm.
So that's another reason. But yeah, a lot of man they want to walk from me. You tell them, yo, we got game down. I'm like, no, sir. A lot of man want to stay up. Them a lot of man want to stay and look woman.
Oh man.
A lot of man want
that, that,
tell them
that was
you
the
got
purpose.
game. No.
That was the purpose of lunchtime.
Yeah.
So let me jump in terms of recruiting. How did you recruit it go? Did in terms of going to college? Were you recruited? Who was looking at you? You had any opportunity to go away?
Like I was telling Mama this just earlier. Um, the crazy thing is, you know, a lot of our family, a lot of people, like a lot of people in the island, like especially a lot of us family come from Long Island, other different islands, right? So being that a lot of people family come from, they know nothing about how to
College.
go or how to 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 look up the information or whatever, right? And then back then, you know, back then too, we didn't really have computers like that, like how we technology, like how we have now. What we used to have to look into is encyclopedia.
It's
Crazy.
crazy. Remember
So you have your
encyclopedia.
encyclopedia, your college.
Yeah, so you didn't know that much about that much. So, and the guidance counselor wasn't too much of a help. Our guidance counselor wasn't too much of a help.
That's not
So,
good.
you know, being that most of our family come from down island, most of them would tell you like, yo, find a trade. They ain't tell you much about college. They tell you find a trade bar. You know, go to a trade school or find a trade. Or if not, go to the military.
Military.
But they were scared of the military, but that military like a last resort. But they would mostly tell you like find a trade or go out and find a job or something like. But mostly they want you to graduate, but they ain't give you the information to like go graduate. But I already
Go
said
higher.
I wanted to go, but I didn't know where to go or how to go. I know a little bit, but I wasn't following up on a lot of stuff. But anyway, how I get off the island was through Andy. Um, Andy, who you just had on the other day.
Andy Herbert.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. The
Which
coach from
ironically, let me
Delaware.
stop you 1 second, Boyd, which is kind of crazy. You know, Andy was just on St. Croix Saturday. I see you at the beach.
Yeah,
He was just on St. Croix. And when I tell you, his mask was so big, all you see was just the eyes them. He looked like a real Mortal Kombat character.
Sub-Zero or Scorpion.
He is still huge, Beanie. Like, Andy is huge. It was crazy, but we were chilling at the beach Saturday, man. It was so good to see. But go ahead, Boyd. Sorry about that.
yeah, that's a big dude. That's a big dude. Anyway, like the coach from Delaware came, came down and Lockhart called me. And Lockhart said, yo, there are coach here. And I already had stayed. As a matter of fact, I already had stayed a year out of school. That was 90. That was around 91 or something like that. I graduated in 90, and I stayed a year out of school. So, like I said, you know what? Hey, a coach came here. He's looking for players. I went, come, just come. We're gonna be running up at full court. Just come and shoot around and play or whatever. I said, I got to look. You know, like I fill out it as I went. So I went there. I was like, okay, I did what I had to do. The guy was like, guys, you know what? Here's what I could do for you. The guy was like, yo, you got a nice game, but the thing is, you've been out of school for a year. Being that you've been out of school for a year, I am. It's gonna be hard for me to bring you in to play my program because you have to get back into the condition of playing ball. So he said, what I could do for you is this. I have a buddy in Delaware, is a community college, which is a JUCO, junior college. He said you could go there and play right away. I'll play right away off the bat, and then I'll bring you and then I'll bring you in after you play that right away because then you already get some under your belt already. I said, I bet. But the thing is, here's another thing that like people gotta be aware of is that when you do go to school or go to JUCO and all that stuff, make sure when you taking up classes or when they give you classes, it's classes in whatever major you take, which is you could get accredited for.
Yeah.
That way, if you want to transfer from that type of place, the other school would take your credits because if you don't have enough credits to transfer to other schools, they ain't taking none. And it's almost like when you go there now, you start them all back over again. So now, if I tried to go to Delaware, I would have been redshirted again and be out of that place for the whole year again.
Hmm.
So
That's true.
what I did, like I said, the coach in the junior college, he gave me class, not knowing though. Like you don't know nothing, you live and learn. He would just give me classes to play and for pass and play. I like,
Mm.
what? They know them type of stuff. So I did, but it was a good thing somewhat because it helped me out to get better in my skills in playing more. Because when I first got there, I used to thought I could shoot, but I thought I had a nice job shot and all that stuff. But then they start to, coach said, yeah, you can't shoot. I was like, what do you mean you can't shoot? You know, it's crazy when somebody say you can't do something when you think you could have been doing it for a long time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he said, yeah, you can't shoot. I was like, huh? But he just tell me like what I used to shoot. When I used to shoot, I used to lean to a side. So like if I come from the right side, if I come from the right side going left, I be shooting, but I'm still drifting to my left. So I'm like,
Mm.
Yeah.
they realize that they realize this type of stuff. So I like, but anyway, my second year, I didn't. Matter of fact, I didn't even play that much that year because here we had players there too. But I played. My second year, the man turned me into
Mhm.
a point guard in the team. And all
Wow.
that time, I think I had a little decent handling, but I didn't think I was all that good. So I said, man, how am I gonna handle this? My point. All I know, I do know I could have seen the floor good. I do know I could have seen the floor good, but the handling part about it and all that thing, I didn't feel like I was that good. But the man put me into playing point guard, and bah, I played that position real good. Like that year in that JUCO was one of my best year in college. Period. No,
Wow.
yeah, one of my best year I ever played them type of organized ball because I was running the team, I was running the game, and if any, I think you play point guard, right?
Yep. One of the toughest position. Me and Pang. Pang no Pang play a little
Right.
play point too. You didn't play point
right.
guard? Easy.
Right.
Point is
Sometimes.
one of the toughest position in the
He
whole
was
game.
he can play shooting guard,
And
brother.
you
He played a
know,
point guard.
No, at college I had to play point.
No, he
Yeah, I
definitely
had
played
to.
point in college.
and
Yeah.
you know when you play that type of position, but the only thing about the best thing about it, you in control.
Hmm.
You in control of the bar. You control how to run the if money running the plays right and everything you could take over and do what you want, you know. And but like he put me in good play. I ain't gonna lie, the coach did that the first year, but that second year he put me in a good position to learn the game more, do stuff, and it helped me out. It helped me out a lot. It helped me out knowing how to play this type of game because that's another thing. Coming from the island, we only know how to play zone. Man to man was a little tough thing. So playing playing zone, that's when we come. When we coming up, it was kind of easy to play zone because that's what we learn how to play. So when I came up there and I started to see like had to play man to man, it was something that I had to adjust to if I wanted to play. And
Especially understanding the
if I want to
rotation
beat
and
man
stuff
off a
like that.
dribble, right, right, all that. So I was like that point guard position. I was killing it, boss. I was killing it. I was killing it. Matter of fact, the team that we had that second year, the team that we had, we went into we played in conference championship and stuff. Went to the championship and stuff, and we had to forfeit our games then because there was somebody on the team was illegal. I didn't know how, but it happened. But we got to the championship to find out the man illegal. I said, what kind of
Wow.
nonsense?
That's crazy.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
Yeah, I had to
So
wait
did you
then
leave Juku
till
and then went
so
to
now.
a Division One?
No, here's nothing. No,
What's
the
the name
only
of the
thing was
JUCO?
looking at Delaware Tech, Technical and
Delaware Tech.
Community
Okay.
College,
College.
Delaware Technical and Community College. And it was a nice conference because we played a team in Jersey, we played team in Pennsylvania, and in Baltimore around that area. So we played a good conference, played a lot of teams. Uh, Now the Division One where I would have had to go to, what I would have been going to was Delaware. So, but here's another thing. Here's another factor. If you go to JUCO, if you go to junior college and you don't graduate, a lot of the other school is not going to really take you on like that because you didn't graduate. If you have stayed in one
Yeah.
year and then they put you in, they would have red shirt you, and then you got 2 more years to play. No, you
Yeah.
already played 2 years in the JUCO, and they try to bring you in. Well, they won't be able to play you for 1 year unless you like Jordan or somebody. That's the only way they're gonna bring you in.
They'll make it happen.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the only way they'll make it happen. But if you're not that type of person, if you're not that type of player, they man, they got other players.
Yeah, I could see why they would do something like that because really and truly, if you can't be like come in and be a 1 year impact player, it really don't make no sense because it normally takes you a year to really get affiliated with your team, your teammates, a new system. So if you
Yep.
ain't really that sharp, like you say, like a Jordan player, it don't make sense wasting that scholarship on you.
Yeah. Yeah. Point blank. So I was like, all right, and then a coach from a Division 3 coach came. I like, you know what? What I was like, what I got to lose? The best part about it was that it was in New Jersey because when I was in Delaware, I used to come to New York a lot. I used to come to New York a lot when we had seasons, and I used to come to New York a lot. So what happened? The best part was it was in New Jersey, and Paulie was going to the same school. So when he was going to school, I said, you know what? This might be the best bet for me to come play because I got somebody who are here I know. Plus, it's close to New York. Where I have family and I have friends that close by because we all know when you go away to these type of places, homesick is a mother.
Yes.
It's true. That's true.
Home, homesick is a mother. And if you're not around people that is like you, boss.
It's hard. All of we been there with you because all of we been in that journey.
It,
Ain't easy.
It is not
it,
not
I
easy
think
at all.
it's not easy. So when when the do come in Jersey, I was like, man, just go to New York. I could hop on the train, go to New York every weekend. I could do it. Foley here. I could chill with Foley, who speak my language, and then all that. So I was like, I come here. I come here. So that's how that happened. I went to a school in Georgia named Kane University now, but when I
Mm.
came here, it was named Kane College. It's Division 3, and
Okay, Division 3.
here's another crazy story. When he came, he recruited me, and when I came to I was visit, I think I came to visit and he came with another player that was on the team, right? And the player that he came with, he already when the coach came, he told me, you know what, I got position. You're gonna be playing the two guard, and you're gonna be starting. He'll tell you all that story. Coach is gonna tell you that story. Like, yeah, I said, oh, okay. I the dude who he brought with me, he played a three. Don't you know me and that dude is best friend right now? That's one of my
Wow.
best friends.
Wow.
As a matter of fact, he was trying to get on, right? But I don't know if he got get on. But he's my
Is
best friend.
is
He's my daughter.
is his name
Huh?
Kelly? Something Kelly? Is his name something
Walter.
Kelly?
Yeah,
Walter Kelly.
yes,
Yeah, he
yes.
was he watching.
Yeah.
Okay, that's my best friend. But here's the crazy, and when the coach brought him, not knowing that me and he gonna be fighting for the same position.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah. It's crazy.
That's not, but here's the crazy thing is that me and him, that's another thing. Like if you're a good player and you good people, you don't need no animosity in the team. So me and he never had no animosity. We basically what happened with me and him, we fight for the position. It ain't no jealousy. We fight as we made each other better. Yeah. We made each other better in the game. Whereas you used to hear coaches will tell you like shoot 200 shots after practice and all that stuff.
Mhm.
And back home man would take that for granted, like 200 shots for what? I could shoot already. But the crazy thing is I learned that thing is very helpful. It's very, very helpful.
It
And
is.
with him, like since me and he started to play the same position, we started to help each other out. Like after practice, me and him was like we shoot about 100 balls, 3 pointers, shoot 3 pointers. He grabbed the rebound for me, he passed it to me. I grabbed the rebound for him, I passed it. And we were shooting. We went after this like, and our shot got way better. Listen, I could shoot now. I could do that now. I could shoot. Not like telling the coach when I was in JUCO I could shoot. I could shoot and back it up now.
Mhm.
I could definitely
I know,
shoot and back it up now. It ain't no joke.
You definitely
I
the
know,
best
I
shooter in the
know your
panel right now.
confidence
Because
is secure. Yeah.
and whole pan.
No. You the Mumba say you the best shooter in the panel.
No, I said once you get into that kind of habits, your confidence gets at such a all-time high. Like you say, you just believe you believe in your craft, you put in the work, and that's the key about taking all those shots after practice, before practice.
And then the thing is to listen to what people and the thing is to listen to what people can tell you, because little key things that people tell you, you have to take the heat, because the same coach in Jersey told me straight up, if my foot is if I'm lined up to the basket, my foot lined up, that ball was going every time. I was like, take it for granted, like what?
Mm-hmm.
So I used to run plays. And my senior year when I started playing now, game play time, I used to start. Matter of fact, I used to start. This dude used to start. So the coach used to have either it's like it's no drop off when he subbed me out. You understand? It came me and the dude got one of the prettiest jump shots too. That dude there right there, the Walter Kelly, he from Newark in Jersey. He got one of the prettiest jump shots, back. And when the coach, when I played my senior year, I had the best percentage in 3-pointer, 50%. That's to tell you that the thing worked.
That's a good percentage. Wait, look how much pop that. I wasn't following that. No. I missed that. That went over my head. I was texting at the time. Sorry. What you are saying?
Bonehead, I just put in a comment in the chat saying that Tegan ignoring Mumba saying that you's the best shooter on the panel. Cause you know Tegan think he's the best shooter in the world.
No. No, but let me just interject how you evolve into it, because yes, that's how Pang said before. It used to be you have to have that mentality, use the best in the world, because it's you. Shooting is all about your confidence. They all come with confidence. But just like Bonehead was illustrated in terms of putting in the extra work, after a while, you wasn't really competing against nobody else. You were just competing against yourself. So in terms of me now having that kind of mentality, I'm the best in the world, I don't really have that mindset no more, especially when I went into the pros. My focus was only on perfecting my craft and kind of controlling what I could control. I can't stop nobody else from shooting on that. That means nothing to me. But I only can control me. So once you get to that level in terms of that professional, and everybody could think that once you're a pro, no matter what sport, you want to perfect everything about you. So when you're doing all of those different shots, I smiling when I hear Bonehead talking about your feet, them set, because that's why I'd be coaching now. Some people shooting on your foot pointing this way, but the rim over here, you ain't making that shot. You gotta be squared and lined up, because shooting actually starts from your feet. It starts from you being squared. You know what I'm saying?
True.
So those extra shots, actually, you are perfecting yourself. You know what I'm saying? So that's what my mindset was. Now, if I was still in my complex days when Bonehead said that, I would have been like, well, Bonehead, man, you need to have a shootout. But I don't think like that no more, you know what I'm saying? Because I know what he's illustrated. Now he has the confidence in himself. And that's how you're supposed to feel when you're a shooter. If you lose that confidence, you shouldn't shoot the ball. You must have that mentality. You know what I'm saying?
Kobe mentality.
Yeah. So Mumba, don't sneak in nothing when I ain't paying attention.
I caught him slipping. I catch you slipping.
Nang went over my head. I said, wait, Tegan really ain't gonna say nothing to that?
Yeah.
I was texting somebody. Somebody texted me a question to ask, and I had to be texted. I didn't see that one.
So everybody get his sources over. Yeah, okay. I see how it's going on.
No, everybody like Panga sources, people calling me, texting me to ask Bonehead some question. One of the question, and we ain't reached it yet, but I want to know if he will play against Pew. You know Mr. Pew? White man Pew. He was before you. He was a great shooter. He came down from New Jersey. Coach Elena Christian. He still lives in St. Croix.
No, I think maybe it
You
didn't,
know.
but I'm like when you
Well,
play, like I said, I only play.
the story goes, he was playing against pushers, and he was lighting the hell out of pushers and talking crap against pushers team. And then somewhere within the third quarter, you just saw the whole of Grove beating he up, and he leave a couple of people. So I wanted to know if he was on that team.
I think I hear about that. No, I think I hear about that.
Yeah.
No, I wasn't at that.
As if you know Pew don't talk a lot of trash. But that day you were killing pushers, son. And that man say, what? He went by to the Grove bench, and all you see the whole of Grove on top of him. I say, what?
Oh my God, that's
That's
funny.
true story. Because even Pew tell me about that story when I been in Elena. Now Pew
That
talk.
is
Hey, no joke. Pew talk too. He talk. He talk.
that is funny, yo.
Listen, man.
Well, go ahead. Go ahead.
Listen.
That was somebody who was texting me.
Bonehead, we always like to know, like when you in college, have you played against any big name that probably made it to the NBA or somebody that we might know of?
When the time when I tell you I went to Florida,
Hmm.
I think that was uh, his name was Chris. He was that guy who they banned from NBA.
Craig
McDoon,
Hodges?
Agent
Um,
Zero?
no,
Chris Jackson.
no,
at the time he was Chris Jackson. Yeah,
yes,
Yeah,
Mahmoud Raouf?
yes,
yeah.
yeah.
he,
Wow.
yes.
You know,
We
that's
played
one of my
against in
legendary favorite
Florida.
players.
Yes, we played against him in Florida. Um, in high school when we went to Florida, and back then he had a nice jump shot. He was already like elite. You understand? Um, but the thing is, he have a twitch.
Yeah. He
Yeah,
definitely
yeah,
had
He had a twitch.
Yeah.
yeah.
but he was killing.
He had a twitch. He was killing. Yeah, he was killing.
That
He
He
dude
was
was
a
one of the
man.
best
killing.
shooters. I
That's
know
the
they
only
always say
person we played
Steph
against
Curry, but
back then.
he was one of the best shooters ever. Ever.
Yeah, he was a beast in college, brother. He was nice.
Yeah,
So how you
that's the
did
only
against
person
him?
I played against. Well, I mean, I was a freshman on the team, so back then I didn't really get that much time. I was like, I didn't really
Yeah,
like,
You know,
you have to work your way up.
That's true.
I know we're stepping back here for a little bit, but Basie put up your team when I was in Central, and I don't know if you saw that, Tegan, when Basie put up the
yeah.
comment, Cobra, um, Basie,
Lamptey,
I'll put it up
Bonehead,
again.
Lampy, Big Andy, Rudel,
Sonny.
Bobo Dewey, Sonny, and Wanda Merrill. You ever see Wanda Merrill play ball, Tegan?
No, I never see. It was great.
Yes, that dude was nice, brother.
What
That
Yeah,
position?
dude,
yeah, yeah.
Wanda used to play like he was from Harlem in St. Croix.
Oh wow.
Like he was very like flashy, like it was all about the dribbling and style and flair. Like Wanda was bad like it.
Yes, yes, yes. Nice. Wanda was nice. Wanda was nice. That team, we had a nice, we had a nice blend. That team we had a nice blend of all around players. Like every position, like the starting five, the next five could have start.
Wow.
Wow.
The next
And
five
that
could have
team went
start.
to play
So
against Mahmoud Raouf in Florida.
no. That was
No,
that
no,
was
no.
that was
Okay.
the team that went to play was more of a with that dude who does to jump out the gym.
Weasel.
Uh, Weasel. Yes, that was when I first played with Louise Weasel. It was Weasel, had a dude named Guts, had a dude named Mac. Who else? This guy who was a police officer. There's a lot of name I
Knuckles.
forget, but not Knuckles. No, not Knuckles. Man, can't remember his name exactly off the top of my head, but yeah, they were older than me, and they were on that team then.
You know
You
what's
said
something
you
that always amazed me when I hear these stories, and I hear like guys who can dunk and jump like yourself say, "Man, the guy who would jump out the gym in Weasel. What was his arm vertical? Because you guys can jump too. So how high this man used to jump?
but
Listen,
Tegan.
I heard it
Go,
was like
I was
no,
a
60.
person.
go.
I was a person, right? I jumped off of 1 foot, right?
Mhm.
But Weasel was somebody who jumped off of 2 foot, right? But the crazy thing is, like you tell you the truth, you could have thrown the ball up how high you wanted, he'll go get.
That's crazy.
Tegan,
That's crazy.
you
Uh-huh.
remember we used to play ball in Central, right? And
Mhm.
I remember
the,
telling
the
that
rim,
story.
the rim by the door. You know the rim
Yeah, the
gap,
big
a
long pole. The big
pole.
long pole.
Yeah.
All them fingertips you see up there is Weasel, you know.
And I'm gonna interject with coffee. I saw
Coffee.
coffee hold it too.
No, I saw Coffee do it too.
Yeah.
But the man said back then Weasel used to take penny off the backboard, coins off the backboard, put it up there and
That's
go back up
crazy.
there and gate.
I hear that story too, you know.
Yeah, that's crazy. I mean, anything is possible. We just hear a man run on a deer. So anything is possible. So I don't
Big up to Mendes. Mendes, big up. You're a legend. You're a legend.
back in the
Original deer
day,
catcher.
got too much talent. I can't keep up.
Yeah, but and then he had a sneaky hop. Like you wouldn't expect him to dunk on you. Like he do it so quick, it's like boom. You're like, where that come from?
Wow.
Like,
Man, I don't tell I how Weasel used to warm up, my son.
Yeah.
Weasel used to tie a rope from the bleachers to the weight room gate, and the rope is about my chest. And he just pacing, like he just stepping in place next to the rope, watching the game before. Like if he got second game, he just pacing
Yeah.
in place, watching the game. But if you not like he said it quick, if you just take your eye off the game for one, I mean, take your eye off a Weasel for 1 second,
yeah,
he
yeah,
don't hop over the rope. Stand
yeah,
still, you know, Tiga.
That's
yeah,
crazy.
And the rope there up, yeah.
That is
And,
vert.
yeah.
and he hopping over the rope.
Yeah, that
The
is
man had,
vertical.
That's how
the
the
man
man
had,
warming up, brother.
you know what's so crazy though? As high as we used to jump, Leon Trimingham weapon used to
Mhm.
jump
Mhm.
and stay in the corner.
Wow.
He used to jump as high too. And the crazy thing is he started playing ball late. He
You
started
you
playing.
you could imagine that the man Stuff Rally had Weapon, Weasel, and
Zorro.
Zorro at the same time, and Cobra at the
That's
same time.
crazy.
But
That's crazy.
like I tell you, he had men who were at the animosity against each other. So, but so Weapon, Weasel, and Sonny wasn't playing on the team with Zorro.
So
That's
that's where
facts.
rebels come about. That's how rebels come in. Running rebels.
Yes, yes, they wasn't playing with Zorro there. Cause you gotta remember, it was Zorro, Macmillan, and then I think Macmillan brother Rubio and other players that was already there. Them man was players. So Weasel, Sonny, and Weapon, them are just learning the game, so they know. So they money want to come off the bench.
Hmm.
They
The
want to
man
come off
want
the
the
bench.
chance to shine.
Right. So that's what
As
I'm
Zoro
saying.
done
That's
tell
what,
his story, if that man keep the team, they don't want about 50 championships in a row.
oh yeah. If they if they had played together, they would have been a serious team to beat.
Yeah,
Serious
that's
team to beat.
some
I ain't
serious
gonna lie.
talent. That's some serious talent.
Well, that's good. They break up then. You make it better.
They
So
could
So all that being
he
said,
made
you're
it
still in the
better.
tell me the
Yeah, he
story
made it
between
better.
Pushers and Mandem in terms of the Manly game. Because we still waiting for the story. Was it the
Okay.
scorer? Was it the timer? What was it?
I'm gonna tell you something. Back then, this is when shit. Back then is when the drug game was really big, right? So being at the drug game, man are betting big money. Again, I'm gonna tell you straight out. We was what in the playoff or something. I think against them. Them man found me out of the game quick,
Wow, that's crazy.
quick. Found me out of the game quick. And mind you, I am playing against Zoe and Shaky. And Shaky are still playing them. Zoe and Shaky. And I have to go against them man. And them man are, I'm not gonna lie, them man are stealing ball from me quicker. Like I have to adapt fast, bro. I have to adapt fast. But the ref was calling BS bar. And I think after that game, I had to fight outside after the game. After that
Who was the
game,
ref? Who was the ref that time?
So somebody told me that you had to beat up crackers. The fans beat up crackers.
Thank you.
Mr. Kids.
Mr. King.
OMG.
That's my gym
Thank
teacher too,
you.
you know.
I'm gonna pull him up for you, Mr. Bonehead, when I see you. I was like, give me the real story now. A lot of years down past. What really happened? I gotta bring on.
It seems to me somebody got paid off. A matter of fact, after that game, Peter Cool said come out. Peter Cool come out the gym. He
Wow.
was in the room and he cool come out that gym.
That's
After that
crazy.
game,
These is dimes I never hear about, man. P.
Yeah, they said the fans is who beat up Kings, and like he said, Peter. They said Peter had lucky in they locked Peter in the gym.
That's crazy.
he
He locked
locked himself in the
himself
room.
in the gym. Yeah.
They grow for serious back in them days, man. I done lock. I done mash up a referee, lock up the host. Rest in peace, Peter. Because he did many things good for us. And then I beat up a white man, knock out 2 teeth. I mean, Jesus Christ, you could play against Pushers.
No, Pushers was tough, and like I said,
Listen to me, right? Pushers, I'm gonna tell you something. We had players, but the thing is, we ain't like to be cheated. We come out to play fair game. We come out to play fair game. Why you are cheat? That's what I'm telling you. See how things come down to play. See, we play man them, and you said earlier that it was hard for man them. It was hard. Pushers beat man them more than man them beat pushers, right? So now I'm telling you this story now. Am I lying?
well,
Yeah, it's plausible. I'm telling you, you're spitting facts because if you're saying you used to win most of the games, then now when it comes down to the nitty gritty and you keep losing, then you asking the question. The question is being asked. Now I gotta go to my sources now and start asking the real questions. You know what I'm saying?
Tegan, I telling you, the man, like 2 days after Zoro interview, I got a phone call and they were like, "Nah, what Zoro says is not true about man them winning all these straight championship."
No.
He said,
No.
and if they did, the only reason that they did, Pushers was getting cheated.
Wow. I definitely gonna sit down with a legend. We might have to get a legend part 2. We need to clear the air. From one legend to another. I mean, I love this because, like we say, we are getting to hear the story. You know what I'm saying? That probably none of we would have never heard, Pan. So this is beautiful.
Right.
I actually like this because
Oh yeah, this is good.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, this is good. You know,
And the
it's
thing is,
good.
and here's the thing: a lot of them stuff I really but what I'm telling you, a lot of stuff I heard about this. So, but I do know Pusha used to run a lot of them in my league. A lot of them, man. I know that for a fact.
Hmm. Yeah, Pushas definitely
You have
had
fun, right?
some good Ola players because Mumba, you had Ambrose for your science teacher.
No.
So when we used to play uh, uh, students against faculty, then man had Ambrose used to be one of the teachers from Grove that play, and then the janitor Paris from Grove used to play, and then man used to
Or
be
wobble, wobble.
yes, and them was the two man of the team. You just could not leave them man open. Ambrose and Paris, you could not leave them man open, and
Yeah.
them man used to play on pushers. Tegan, you could not
Matter
leave.
of fact, that's,
Go ahead.
yeah. You ain't lying. You ain't lying. You
Damn,
ain't
I wish
lying.
I could have seen some of them
Wobble
games,
now.
man. I wish I could have got some tips. Right, Mumba? Right
That'd have
now, we
been
did the
lovely.
last one. We just they're just salivating our mouth like
Yeah.
talking about.
I know, man. I just say listening, my son. Listening.
Hey, God, I wish
Listening
you
like a
I'm
mouse.
telling you, listen, pushers were like a family. Pushers were like a family team. You understand what I'm saying? They had a lot of man who was connected to each other, and then they had man who just like But it seemed like it was a family team. Like man take care of man and team. Like you look out for each other. And it's like how we just try to play like how when we play ball here in America or whatever, they our family. Pushers already done established thing. Like how bad pushers was. That's they play with pushers. Then man had a tryout. And the
Wow,
tryout man come from all over to come play on that team.
that's crazy. That's the first
All
time
over
I've
they
ever
came
heard that
to
in history.
come try out and to come play on the team.
That's amazing.
I'm telling you, that's all because listen, man wanted to play on pushers. Man wanted to play on pushers because we had they had like they had the Andrews brothers. You ever heard of Andrews brothers, Wayne and Paul?
Ain't no
They
rebound
ever
getting
heard
away
about
from
them?
them, man.
No.
That man are tough.
Then we had yeah. Then we had another dude named Goatman Dave. He he was a little awkward, but he was a bruiser. Then you had not Ambrose, Eve was a shooter. A funny shot, but he had confidence in his shot that they would have made. Then you had Shakuma who was a styler. He let slow, but his style was just like a magic.
Shakuma had the long locks, right?
Right.
Man, that dude
Yep.
was bad. That dude, and
Yep.
he was just naturally like built, like he was strong.
Oh,
You know what's crazy?
yeah.
When I go ahead.
Go ahead. What do you want to ask? Sorry.
No, I was just gonna say that my first year in my league, I remember when we had to play pushers, and I could just remember the atmosphere of that game, and that was one of the roughest games I've ever been a part of in my entire life. When I was playing with Mandem,
Listen, man. You play
so
against pushers, you have to bring it. When you play against pushers, you would have to bring it to beat them. They ain't give you the game. You have to come beat them. And if you don't come correct, you're gonna get beat.
When
You know,
you probably when you play against pushers, Mumba, you didn't really get like the real bruisers. You play against you play against like Shaba, Puma.
Yeah, I'm more watered down version.
Yeah, but
Chama.
Chama, yeah.
Yeah, I don't think you catch the like,
Yeah.
the funny thing about Manly, like as the years went on, it kind of get like younger and younger and younger and younger. When I first went in my league, that's what you played against, man, grown man, and I I had to step away for a few years because it was a reality check. Honestly, I kind of like didn't play the next couple years until I get to Central. When I went to Central, that's when I went back man league. And like I said, yeah, I get a little younger then. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I just my first experience is just I know I couldn't do this, my son. When Mac brother fouled me, like I had an easy layup. Oh, ain't no layup in no free layup in my league at the time. You crazy? Man clothesline me out the air, my son.
Yeah.
And I said, well, my God, my son. And I was like 15 at the time.
Yeah.
As you said that, right? As you said that, man, no layup. That's why that's another reason why my name got grown because I knew if I go down the lane, if I ain't go strong like I gonna dunk, if I ain't go strong and dunk the ball, I gonna get hit hard. I gonna get hit hard. So that's when I make up the mentality like, listen, it's either gonna be me or you, and I didn't think it's gonna be me.
Yeah, that's true.
Where the name Bonehead generated? Was it from basketball or you had it before you started playing basketball?
Foley give me that name in sixth grade.
How it come
Foley,
about?
you got Oxy. When you see Oxy, he tell you.
Hit that source up, Pang. Hit that source up.
I grew up with this man, you know. So the dude was strictly the best, the owner. So I grew up with him. So when we was in class, he make out a joke or something like and start calling me Bonehead and stuff. So I didn't like I said I didn't like the name. Cause that was like sixth grade and stuff. Didn't like the name. So now when I get seventh grade, the name started to stick. I want to make it worse when I was in seventh grade. Oh God. When I was in seventh grade, like you know you have these neighborhood barbers, right? Somebody who could cut hair.
Yeah.
Well, I went to this dude. My father sent me to this dude to cut my hair, right? And the dude cut my hair nice, good. I get home, my father didn't like the haircut. So guess what? He took it upon himself to try to cut my hair.
Oh, shit.
Did he put a bowl on top of your head and just cut the rugged?
I was look like that. And this when I was in seventh grade. And like I said, I'm trying to be somebody in junior high because you in some place a big arena.
Yeah.
I did make something over there, boy. Wow. Them I was laughing stuff. Listen, I had to eat that.
You was one of the first man that I ever see had the locks on top and cutting the sides. Or well, you had like a few locks up top and cutting the side.
It wasn't even locks, that was braids. I didn't like that shit right there where you saw. I had my whole head braided. Mm-hmm. And what happened, my grandfather had died. In Angola, my grandfather died. And my father said, yo, we going to Angola. And when you going, my father said, you better cut your hair. If you think you're going to Angola with me. So you know what I do? I cut around.
Oh my God.
Like, that's creative. So we should actually have that haircut name after you, boss. Because a lot of people didn't know.
I'm telling you, he was one of the first men I ever see with that haircut. Honestly.
Wow.
But you know, you gotta remember, back then it was high top fade.
Yeah.
That was Kid and Play. Because Kid and Play was, remember Kid had that big thing?
Yeah.
So
yeah.
my hair was my hair. But
breaking up again.
If I say, yo, watch out, here looking like that, and he better do something with it. Okay, did something with it. I cut it. I just cut around. And just keep it that way. I just braid the top and just keep it looking smooth. And I been like that and I kept it like that for about 7 years, 8 years, like that. And the crazy thing is, back then, I keep it used to, and when I was in, I used to braid up, like kind of braid the right in a can row. And then I used to look at me and laugh and say, yo, why you looking like a goat? You bring your hair like a goat. Them Americans. And now when you look at it now, what do you think they're doing?
The same thing. You should have patterned that. You'd have been a billionaire.
I laugh because I look at same thing. Listen, I look back at it because I used to have that style. I see that TV man braiding the hair and stuff one side and this shave and I'm like, look at this. They used to tell me I looking like a goat. And now they kind of fashion happen. They're looking like fashion.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
They used to tease me like, yo,
you was ahead of your time.
They used to tease me about
the drink real quick.
Yeah. Yeah. I used to laugh at them and say, don't worry about my hair, but don't worry about my hair. Why you gonna be like that? Leave my hair alone.
So
that's how that
I just learned something new. I didn't know you had Angolan roots. Thanks. Unplug that info.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah. Pang happy to hear that. Pang love to hear Anguilla, my son.
Of course.
Big up to Anguilla.
You know, Angola got it. Angola ranked number 2 in the wall in beaches, you know.
Who are number 1 St. Croix?
Yo.
I think Hawaii, if not.
Yo. Panging Line. That's the most beautiful beach I ever seen in my life. Beautiful. That water is so clear.
Right.
It's ridiculous. I went to the water. I see the water. I said, wow. The water is very clear. It's very beautiful. He ain't lying.
And Angola got the set of nicest people in the world, brother. Trust that, Mumba. You gotta go Angola. Tigan go tell you.
You know what? I think is Angola real close to St. Martin?
Yeah.
Very close.
Yeah, I've been to Angola before. I've been there before.
You have to go to St. Martin to go Angola.
Okay, I've been there when I was in high school. I think when I was in 9th grade, I went there. Me and Young went with the majorettes with his mother majorettes team.
No. You are Angola.
You
being on the majorettes team. Don't try and slip that one past me.
No.
you be. Don't try and slip but a young mother majorettes team. You being on the majorettes team.
No man. I never been known to be on a majorettes team. I never been in no parade, so you know it, ain't you? That's a good one, though. I set myself up.
You still remember the cheer?
The what?
No.
You still
No.
So Tegan, when he was telling his story, you remember he said his father said, "You think you're going to Angola with me?" So after he finished with the story, I asked him. I told him I learned something new today. I didn't know he have Angola roots.
Oh, obviously, and that's your roots too, baby. So I might be convinced.
Yeah.
But Angola is beautiful. I've been there so many times. We used to go play soccer all the time with St. Kitts and Nevis and Angola. Man, Angola is one of the nicest places. Flat, nice. The beaches are, man, so clean. Man, wow. One of the nicest.
Definitely.
Yeah, man.
That's cheese. That's cheese. Either he first or second home. Cheese love Angola.
Yeah, man. Big up to Angola. Everybody making fun of me now, man. It's messed up.
I mean, if you beat on the majorettes, you beat on the majorettes.
This guy.
Ain't no wrong with that.
Yeah.
Well, he named one of the biggest gangster rapper was a ballerina. When he rests in peace, the dude from Mobb Deep.
Yeah. Prodigy.
Prodigy. Yeah, he was a ballerina.
Yeah.
Shit. Are you dropping dimes tonight, son?
Hey,
But
man.
that was one of Jay-Z props. That was one of Jay-Z props when they were beefing.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Jay-Z found a picture where when he was in one of those tutus and the tights and everything.
You remember you had to wear that for real?
Listen, man.
I'm messing with
Hey,
you.
they messing with me, man. Hey, when people watch this, they gonna believe in us. So make sure I tell them this ain't true, brother.
Hey, all I know,
are you messing
all
up
I
my
know-
character? You know.
all I know, I hear you say you and Young went to Angola with the majorette team, and then you try and correct it and say we're Young mother majorette team. Isn't that what you said?
Yeah, busted,
Hey.
Bumba.
All the major girls that was at that trip, you please correct Pang and Tegan. Let them know that what we was really doing. You know, we had to protect them. You understand? When we went to St. Martin, we had to protect them. Make sure nobody don't mess with them or so. That's what it was.
I mean,
we were muscle. That's what me and Young was. We were muscle for the team.
What was the weapon? The thing that used to throw up in the air?
No.
What
I can't
was-
incriminate. I can't incriminate myself and incriminate Young. You know, because we are peaceful human beings now. But this was back in the day. You know what I'm saying? So we peaceful now. We all about peace and love and happiness. But back then, we had to protect his mother and the team. You understand? We had to represent St. Croix. So that's what we have to do.
So when I believe you, Mumba, I believe you for a few seconds. When we come out, we're gonna talk the truth later. When we come out here. So being that you have Angolan roots, I know Cheese used to play for the national team. You ever played for the national team? Or were you ever invited to play for the national team?
No. I never, to tell you the truth, I never played for nobody national. What's the name?
I
Only
almost
person that
played.
invited me to play in national team was OZ to come home to play.
But did you ever play?
OZ Richards?
Yeah.
That's his name, right? OZ Richards?
Yeah, Uzi Richards.
We'll see. Yeah.
I never played because I don't even know why. I don't even know why I didn't play. I probably was, you know what? I probably was trying to establish myself up here. So in certain ways, I feel if I go home, like a lot of stuff would have been lost or things that happened. But I mean, I even regret not going back home for a lot of times to play ball. You know, I regret. I mean, I don't feel that sometimes like because like Mama said, then probably would have known me more.
Right.
You know, a lot of like people only got a little taste of me for probably 1 or 2 years. They didn't see me, and then plus they didn't see how I evolved. If my game are getting better, everybody already know it was just talking. You know, everybody they know how my game got better or something. Matter of fact, you know what too? I ain't gonna lie. I think the reason why some of the reason why I scared to come home sometimes. Tell you the truth.
What was that?
The way how a lot
I was thunder, brother.
What?
Wow,
under
that's crazy.
Yeah, that shit was no joke.
But Bonehead, like, what do you mean skater coming out to play? You just didn't want to come home, period.
and that I'll come home and play. But I just didn't want to come home and end up because I used to be a person I'm a person never stay home. So if I go out and I go in place, I want to be at the wrong place at the wrong time and stuff happen. You understand what I'm saying? So
Okay.
that's a little scared, because a lot of stuff happening home. So I didn't want to be around somebody who have a beef with somebody, and then I end up. Cause here, Joe. I came home with Farley. I came home, right? And me and Farley went to Woodson to play ball.
Woodson.
One Sunday morning, right? I went to play ball. And I ended up playing ball. And what's the project right up the street from Woodson?
Friesenberg.
That's Friesenberg. All right. we in there playing ball, and when I didn't think I was talking too much shit, but I was just playing ball. Then they had this dude who was freezing bug, who were playing, and then I think we were winning, and then he came on, and then he started talking shit, and then he started talking shit to me, right? While I'm busting his ass, what? Shot, shot. Anyway, they win, right? And like I walking off, the dude, the dude took the ball and hit me in the back.
Wow.
Like throw the
That's
ball up,
crazy.
hit me in my back. I said, what? Mind you, throughout the game, it was him and his boy he was there with another dude, right? So all through the game we playing, his boys and the coach shooting the ball. So it's almost like they looking problem. You check what I'm saying? So I was like, what? But I still were playing. We lose, like I said, and I walking out the court, the dude tried to take the ball and hit me in the back. Like throw the ball up me in the back, hit me in my back. I said, what? So now I gotta make a decision, right?
Mm.
So now, no, I ain't no fighter. I don't fight. I must have been in one or two fights in my life, and that's up here. I'm a boss. I don't fight. But anyway, so the dude hit me in the bottom, man. I said, what kind of nonsense? Yeah. So I like, what? I said, what boss? What you hit me in the bottom for? No, I really want to fight you, but then again, I can't be looking like a punk.
Right.
Yeah.
So I like, okay, so how am I gonna deal with it? So I like when he hit me, I said, "So boss, what you hit me in the bottom for? What's wrong with you? Y'all win and you ain't done with it. You want problem? You want problem? You want problem?" So what happened? You see, he still talking trash, still talking trash. So what I do, I flip the script. I flip the script quick. I said, watch y'all. She's talking all shit. Let me play for $100. Let me play for $100. So no, I flip it from where you fight me to where let's play basketball. But me got $100 on me, But no, let's play for $100.
But you know you were losing, that's for sure.
Yeah.
I pick it up my chest. Ain't not even that lose. I might have lose, but I just flip the script because me want to fight about me. Me, I learned that I hear,
Yeah.
the thing is too, what going through my head is like I hear about this type of stuff like man that come home and then all of a sudden they get some type of situation with somebody, all of a sudden they might get shoot or they at a gas station getting gas, somebody went up on them do something. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Me want to be in that type of. Me want to be in that. A matter of fact, the crazy thing is I was leaving that day.
Wow.
That's crazy.
That is crazy.
Was it a shot black dude? Because no, he said freezing bug. Freezing bug ain't had too much basketball players, at least around his age, right? Only two people I used to know, like around three people they play ball around his age, like from freezing bug was Biggs, Wanda Merrill, and a short black dude. I think he had something to do with Tech Nine. He was one of the DJs at Tech Nine. A short black dude. He had a nice game.
No, it wasn't. It wasn't them type of. It was man who just pick up. It was pick up balls. So it was man who just put the gear walk up. You know, they got man. But here's the crazy thing. Luckily, they had two dudes who are living freezing ball, who are live up here in Jersey. So I used to go to a certain area where they live at to play ball who are know me. So he had tell them, man, what's wrong with that? Leave that man alone, man. He tell them, man, leave that man alone. So the man just like, all right, did it. But I was like, yo, see how people will get killed quickly and get into problem quickly. So see, them type of stuff is why I used to be scared of like, because you know how home is. By the time they know that you don't play ball or you don't do things, man don't want to test you quick. Man don't want to test you to see like
that's number one. They will get tests.
Yeah, that's
But
true.
I personally,
Wonder
as a
why.
young player, seeing you is two people in my lifetime I wish I could see more of. It was your game and Jomo game. I don't know if you remember Jomo. But Pang was not Jomo. Can remember
No,
Jomo Lee the
yeah,
year I come.
he wouldn't know
You
Jomo.
over Jomo.
Yeah.
The two of you guys, I just wish I had just seen more of your game because, man, I'd love to see how you guys play.
Hey, listen, man. Like I said, I had what happened too is that same dude Walter Kelly. Like I said, me and he I get good friends that was up here in New York, right? You ever heard of legendary Rucker
Rock the
Spark?
park? Yeah.
Ruck where all them big players to go and play. All them big players, all them big time players to go and play Rucker Spark. It's in New York. It's in Harlem. It's
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
Rock
yeah,
the
so,
Park. It's Rock the Park, where P. Diddy and everybody got team and Jay-Z and all them people
yeah.
got team.
right, right, right. Okay. Now, it wasn't really exactly there, but it's close by. Then I had a Caribbean league going on. So they had
Mm.
man from home. They already had a league going on. They already had a team on that in the league going on. So them man begged me. Matter of fact, the year that I come back home, them man begged me to stay off the play. And I'm like, no, but still I go home. And then that's when I go home. And but then the following year, them man begged me. I'm like, yo, because matter of fact, the same time when them man cheat us for like I
Man
said,
League.
that Pushers League, them man yeah, the man league, them man cheat us. Them and I tell me, you see, if you are still up here, we have been up here winning championship, and that made the decision somewhat for me to stay in the States more because I'm like, well, come on, for when man cheating like this shit,
Mm.
you know.
Okay.
So that made me still, and so when I stayed up here, I play with man from home too, who and so I brought the same dude, Yankee dude with me, and but when I brought him on the team with me, me and he are running the league.
Hmm.
Me and he are running the league, and like. We had a flying team. What I mean a
What was
flying
your
team, yeah?
Caribbean team name?
Huh?
That was a BI team or what the Caribbean countries were?
Matter of fact, it was man from mostly Grove area.
That's
Mm.
crazy.
Big up to Grove, man. Big up to
Mostly
Grove.
Grove area, yeah, because he had a couple, he had a named Pojo, young or nobody, but Pojo was a dude. He was nice. He from with your home too. He was really nice. So he lead the island real early. But you don't know about him. But he was there on a team. Had a dude named Buggy. His family to the Watts. His family to the Watts. He had grow real tall, and he he could have played. You understand? They had a couple other dudes, but we had a nice team, and like because we had an exciting team basically. When we play, they like yo, somebody gonna get dunked on.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Somebody gonna get dunked on. Like something gonna happen, and somebody gonna get dunked on. Like and then we had like people used to come from all over New York just to come watch the game by island people because it's like an island spot. So and every Sunday during the summer, every Sunday, that's the spot to be.
Hmm.
That's
What was the name of the team?
uh family. What is family? Family. I think it was named family. God, I can't remember the name, boy. Wow, I'm bad at names. I think it's named family. I know I had a piece of something family. I don't. I want to say family matters, but family brothers.
Family
Purple.
matters.
Big up to Laura. Big up to Laura Winslow.
Yeah, but it was nice. It was nice. So And then
that's nice, man.
probably do that. That's why he listed. That's why he got listed because I used to bring it on, and then I used to talk cool shit. He'd be like, yo, what am I saying? What is it? What is it? What is it? I used to laugh at him.
Yeah,
That was
the
that was his.
Oh, go ahead, Punk. Go ahead.
I was gonna say that was his comment when he first said something when the show first came on. He said, he is so thankful to meet you because I became best of friends and you family affair.
Yeah,
Charlie Fenton said family affair.
family affair. Yeah,
Yeah.
He
See?
said that you brought him around a lot of your VI friends and you had to teach you the accent and everything. And he's so glad that he met you because he would have never know the culture like how he do now. He said, "Oh yeah."
yeah. That's dope, man. That's nice, man. What was the? Can you talk about the difference with Man League and St. Croix and then playing in that league up in New York? Does the style of play?
You know what the difference is? Really? You know what the difference is?
Yeah.
No cheating. No obvious
Oh
cheating.
God.
no deep.
Not cheating.
No obvious cheating.
So the physical play and everything was pretty much the same in a way.
Yes,
Okay.
yes. It was basically somewhat the same, yeah. It was, but the crazy thing, the rim was a little lower.
In
The
St.
rim was
Croix
a
or up there?
the rim was a little lower, but
Wait,
it
and
was
St. Croix or up in New York?
up in the air. But it was really competitive because what happened too, we are playing against man from Rockton. We are playing against man from Rock. We are playing man from
Okay.
Liga. We are playing against man from uh what's
Jamaica.
up? Jamaica. We are playing against man against from we had a good team from in
DR
South
and Puerto
America,
Rico never played.
in Central America. What the island? What the place in Central America name?
Tiga, you just say.
The man talk just
Dom- Dominican Republic or Haiti?
no, no, in Central America. Central America.
Belize,
Oh, but Belize,
Aruba.
yeah.
Belize.
Belize, yeah.
Yes. They had a nice team from there. Had a nice team from there. Them man for a play. And they said, I mean, like it was really competitive. It wasn't no throwback game where you thinking you are God dominate and thinking that it was real competitive. It was really nice. My league was, I mean, it was like my league. I'm not gonna lie, it was like man league because it was all of we were man, and he had man who are, he had man who could shoot. So it was always the same. So I mean, the man league when we play at home, like I said, it was like I said, no cheating.
I can see that game they still sticking you, my son. Wow.
So, Tegan, you had a
Man,
question
listen,
that you
man,
said you wanted to wait until later. Did you ask that question already?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Okay.
the one if he played against
When you
one
get
of
beat
my
up.
Mr.
Yeah,
Pugh.
when it,
Oh,
you get beat up, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So let me go in our
yeah.
top five. All that being said, you think we should hit the top five?
Yeah, it's about two.
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
in 2 hours and 30 minutes. So yeah, that's a good time.
So let me actually Bonehead, give me your top five all time. Your top five all time.
For what?
VI legend.
For home?
Yeah. And then your
For
top
home?
five in the NBA.
Watch out. I know Zoro is like legend, right? But I'm gonna put Bro again about him. I ain't gonna lie. He don't really see Bro play, so I ain't not gonna know.
Yeah.
Bro, Zoro. Then I'm gonna put Tyrone there. Who else? Cobra.
The snake.
Uh,
Big up Cobra. It's the man.
And they have man that y'all don't even know about. Like, what's that? That's 4, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's 4.
Listen, you got one man I didn't play that much against, but he was nice. I hear y'all talk about him the other day. I think it was the Mamba. But he used to play with
Bola.
Ujima.
Bola.
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 Yeah, Bola.
Bola.
Okay.
Bola.
Bola, then everybody top
Yeah.
5.
He
I
and
tell
Zoro and
you,
everybody top 5.
He
He
and
and Zoro,
Zoro,
son.
everybody top 5.
Yeah, because he was like, I didn't know him, really. I didn't know about him. And I play against him, I was like, this is nice.
Yeah, smooth.
This is really nice. I was like, what? You know, and like I said, them the type of game when I had to play. Like they wasn't just giving me the game and stuff. I had to play against them so they could have respect me, respect my game.
True that.
I had
True
to play
that.
against people because I know what it was too. Them type of man, they hear about my game and they didn't really know who I was and they respect my game because they didn't know who I was. You understand? So I had to show them. I had to play them and like, okay, this is who I am. This
I
is
got
me.
I
So,
got I got good question for you to throw in this segment. And I want you to do it before you do your top NBA players. Because you're a high flyer, give me your top 5 bodies, people that you dunk on. That if you can remember, we're gonna test your memory.
Man, I was gonna ask you that question, you know. That's crazy.
top 5 people like Duncan.
Yeah, like the top 5 dunks when you tear it in on somebody. And we want to hear the names of the person too.
I want to remember the name. I ain't gonna lie. I remember the name. I know I fly over somebody like completely over the head in Central. A dude from I thought he was from Atlanta, I think.
Mhm.
I fly right over his head. I think Dead would tell you that because Dead thought I would have. That's what. What I dunk? Man, I dunk on so many people is just ridiculous, so that I can't even remember.
So
I don't know. That would have been a tough question. For a man who have dunk a lot, that had to be a tough question.
See, I only dunk on 2
Because
people.
even in college,
Go ahead.
yeah, that's all you dunk on.
I want a high flyer. My defense was my thing. I'll pick your pocket. I can remember people who I pick their
If
pocket, but
you like,
no, I meant to say I
like
can't
I
remember
was
people
telling
who I don't pick
Mamba
their pocket. There was
yesterday,
so much.
my dunk. Yeah, that's the thing too. See me, I had a sneaky hop where like I said, I used to jump off of 1 foot. So I was like Tyrone. You give me the lane,
You go lift
I'm gonna
off.
dunk it.
Take it out.
If you give me that, if you give me that one, if you give me that 1 2, I gonna dunk it. I ain't gonna hesitate because like I tell you before, it's either gonna be me or it's either gonna be you, and it ain't gonna be me. So what happened is that you had a lot of time. I used to lay up too. I never used to dunk. I used to like surprise people like come shoot a finger roll. Whoop. And then when I finished, I used to say, "Yo, why you dunk that? You know how you been?" Me not really knowing, but them I used to say like, "Yo, you been high." I'm like, huh? And then sometimes when I see like you look at the test, that's when I used to jump. I was like, oh, okay, I got you. Boom, boom. They're like, what the hell? Where that come from? That's how I used to catch people. Cause they won't never know. They used to think like, okay, he gonna lay it up this time. No. But if I see you looking at the test me, that's when I'm like, okay, you give me you give me that 2 steps right there, I got dunk it. That's how I used to do it.
Mm. Well, anytime
And the reason
you get any memory of anybody that you dunk on, please link we so we could talk about it on air. Please.
From home, like from home, I'm not gonna remember that much because I dunk at so many people. I dunk at so many people up here. That's why I'm not gonna remember a lot. I dunk at so many people up here. That is a matter of fact, one game, and then when I playing in Division 3, I played in a game. The whole half, I ain't really had no points, right? I ain't really had no points, and like the second half started, my first 2 points was a dunk and a dude head.
Mm.
And from there, I end up with
Jeez.
22 points. And then I end up with 22 points in the end of the game. So it's like that I remember. Because that's what started off. The dunk and the dude head. As a matter of fact, me and the dude is friend too. The dude I dunk at.
He had no
The
choice.
dude I dunk at, me and his friend.
You-
Now he was a different
That's
college team, but I didn't see back then. But then he ended up working. The crazy thing is, he ended up working in a job that I was at, and my best friend said, "Yo, you remember that dude? From where?" He said, "Yo, you are dunk and that dude in one of the games." And he keep rubbing it in. Like, oh, shucks. Then I think about it. Like, oh, yeah, that's right.
Hey, did he remember you? I know he remember you.
Yeah, he remember me, but he said I didn't dunk at him.
Yeah,
You know, man. You know, man. I always say he wasn't me. The beef shaggy.
So give me
here's a good segue for that, Pang. So
Wait, let's get an NBA.
but I was gonna ask that since he's so good at dunking, give me your top 5 all-time favorite dunkers in the NBA.
That's a good question.
Wow. Okay. Dunkers, you got Dominique.
Mhm.
You have um that dude name, man. Who's still playing, that old dude? Vince
Vince
Carter.
Carter.
Vince. Yeah.
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 Dominique you have Vic. Well, Jordan in his mid age. It was mid age around that. Like I would say 93, 94 time. No, not 94. It was 94.
80s. In the 80s,
84,
all
85.
Yeah. Yeah. When you were really dunking on people like crazy.
Yeah. That time when he twitched,
Crazy.
when he turned the one point guard in the middle of the ear, turned him around and sit dunk and boom in the middle of the ear. Who else? Who else?
That's true. You
free,
got
right?
2 more. Yeah. You got 2 more.
You know, everybody wants to say obviously it's LeBron, but no. I don't put LeBron ain't really a person. I would put him to where's Duncan and people like that. And not neither Kobe. They more finishers. Like LeBron will be coming a finisher now. Um, who else?
How about Sean Kemp?
Kemp.
Yeah, I love it like this, yeah.
T-Rex arms, Kemp.
Yeah.
Shout out to Sean Kemp. Big up Sean Kemp.
Yeah.
He's a beast.
Yeah, there. So that's 4, right? Who else?
Yeah.
One more 4. Who would I put? Oh, you know who too? But is it sad that his knee has fucked him up? Point guard for Chicago who have messed up his knee.
Oh,
Derrick
Derrick
Rose.
Ron
Rose.
Hop.
Derrick
Derrick
Rose.
Rose.
No.
Yeah, Derrick Rose.
Ron Harper.
Ron Harper messed up his knee.
I know, but dunking wise, I know he
Yeah.
won a few dunk outs, but he a lame man.
Yeah.
Ron
You're right, Pang. You're right.
Yeah, what's the name? Rose. Yeah,
Rose was
Derrick
nice,
Rose.
brother.
Yeah, my son.
Derrick
He has some
Rose.
bodies, brother. He has some crazy bodies.
He was nasty. Like that's another person. Yeah, I put him there.
It's a solid 5.
You ever win any dunk contest?
A lot. I win a lot.
What was your favorite dunk?
I win a lot of dunk contests. Even if I think I win that dunk that there same dunk contest. My favorite dunk was a windmill, like a cradle backward. Like I'm passing the red, I cradle it and I pass the red, boom, backward.
Oh, jeez, that's crazy.
That's
Yeah,
back then, that's that's how it looked. It wasn't seem like it was hard, but it was simple.
Back then, man, that's a
Like it was
crazy
hard
dunk
because
back then.
I wasn't a person. Like I said, I wasn't a person who used to jump off a 2 foot. I was a person who was glide. Matter of fact, wait a minute, I lied. My favorite dog was jumping from like the speed humor.
You ever compete with cheese and I don't go?
For the speed show. It's like a step in. She's gonna beat me.
Bullet.
She's gonna beat me. I'm sorry.
Was cheese a good dunker?
He had just learning. He had just learning.
This is legend speaking, Bam.
No, but
This is legend speaking.
I was more advanced than. Because you gotta realize too, I used to learn from watching Zoro. I used to watch that same dude, Dennis Brown. I used to watch them how they used to dunk bar. And they dunk used to be like serious. As a matter of fact too, them like I tell you, the Wayne brothers, the Andrews brothers, Wayne and Wayne and all, them I used to dunking contest too. So I used to watch how them I used to dunk bar. And it's like, wow. Because them I used to get up too. They used to jump. So I used to watch how they used to dunk. And every time I had a chance, I used to just like try to dunk. Try to do something. You know what I'm saying? So I know I could have jumped, but try to do party stuff. I used to have to learn to do that. And then I remember Andy had said the other day that I was the only person who knows to. Me and Zoe used to like to hook the ball. I used to only do that because I couldn't spot. My hand was small. I couldn't spot the ball.
Okay.
Sean Kemp did the same. Sean Kemp's hand was very small. He couldn't spawn and do that. That's why he held it like this. No, real talk.
No,
That's what
I'm just laughing. Yeah, it's true.
So in my brother defense, and I give you a little highlight. There's only 3 people on the island that I used to doing them dunks. Coughing the ball, Zorro, Bonehead, Cheese. Nobody else.
That's it.
Wow.
I have never seen anybody else cradle dunk and so other than Zorro, Bonehead, and Cheese. Honestly.
I have
Who?
coffee.
I never see Coffee dunk like that. Like do competition
I took
dunk.
Coffee alley hoop in a game, and Coffee catch the alley hoop and windmill it in the air pan. The greatest dunk to this guy ever seen in St. Croix. He caught it, the alley hoop, and windmill it in the air, not from the ground.
In my league?
Yes, that's a year when we play on that cheating team with man them. Nobody, we were beating everybody by 50 and 60.
That's when they ban Iron from the league.
That's a sick dunk.
A mountain. I got throw mountain in there. See before I serve the community a mountain.
Yeah,
Yes,
mountain. Remind Pan.
Mountain actually dunked on the feature line too in a man league game. That was on the highlight, just a little bit.
It was
in front.
on the highlight DVD. They saw mountain, and it looked like he had do that. That's so easy, effortlessly.
You want to hear a story?
Mountain used to fly, brother.
You want to hear a story? I know his father. His father used to jump.
He uncle you mean? Oh no. My bad. He father you say, right?
Yeah, his father.
Yeah.
His father used to jump. Like his father. I think he's from Grove, right? He's from Grove, right?
He father from Grove, yeah.
Yeah. His father used to jump. So that's when you also said this for something like this. Yeah, his father used to jump. So yeah, he got that blood in him.
Ali brother them. He and Ali brother them could jump.
Yes, sir.
Wow, that's a serious bloodline, boy. A jumping
Yeah,
bloodline.
jumping bloodline for real.
Wow. But yeah, I
So,
mean,
your top five NBA players.
right now, of all time, I mean, I was, I'm gonna tell you, Dr. J, um, Board, everybody on it's the obvious Michael, but you guys, still, I don't care how you put, you're gonna still have to put him in there because he changed the era of the game. Period. He changed the era of the game, so obviously he has to be there. I
Now
mean,
you ain't got put he in there. Some people don't like Michael Jordan, so he might not be your favorite player. One of your favorite players.
but because he, I mean, I'm not gonna say he's not my favorite player, but he was like obviously everybody used to always want to watch him. So I mean, I ain't gonna lie, I used to want to watch him too. So especially
I
when
def
when they had them errors when they had doing their running, like yo, you you have to watch the game. Kind of game, you blink and then you look, you miss something. You used to hit that they winning sometimes, but hey, get just the jacket when they win and they do it in a way where they know how to play. They knew how to play. You understand? So everybody had to. They had the blueprint. Put it like that. They had the blueprint. So I would say him. Um,
Two more.
wow. There's so much people that you just like. I got Barkley in it too.
Your
I say
favorite, so
It's
I
whoever
say
you like. Yeah,
no, Barkley. I put
that's
Barkley in there.
four. Hmm.
Barkley was a beast.
Yeah, it's a young Barkley. We have just got in the league.
Yeah,
You can't stop him.
hmm.
And
yeah.
um, ooh, I put Kobe because his mentality,
The
his
Mamba
mentality,
mentality.
Big up
yeah,
to the
his
Mamba.
mentality. Yeah, I didn't really like him that much. I didn't care about him that much, but because his mentality of where his willpower to like, yo, I ain't losing this
Yeah, yeah. That goes a long way, and that belief,
game.
and it breeds
Yeah,
out on your teammate. Trust me.
yeah, I ain't
True that.
losing the game. And he learned how to change his attitude. Like he had a Michael Jordan attitude at first, and then but then he had to learn how to talk to his players to where as they come to his level, he to play with his level. So, but then like, yo, give me the ball, let me take it over. I know I'm gonna finish this. Y'all run with me, and then I'll finish it.
Right. So that's a good way to transition into this question. How do you like the new style of basketball you see now in terms of the NBA style compared in the past? What do you like? What do you hate about it? What do you think they need to do?
Say you can't change it. You can't do nothing but just adapt to it because it's gonna happen regardless if you want it or not. It's gonna happen. So you're gonna have. It's like okay. It's like us when we coming up. We have to adapt to every level that we go to. We have to adapt. If you want to continue to play, you have to adapt to the level. You understand?
Mhm.
Now what happened is that everybody is getting advanced. Back then, big man, the big man them, or the stretch fours them, the fours them, all they used to do is play down low.
Mhm.
But now, as you realize, everybody's learning how to play from outside in now, outside in, not inside out.
Yeah.
And you can't knock them for learning to have more pages in their book.
That's a
And
good
that's
way to
basically
put
what
it.
happened. They having more pages because when you down low, that's all they want. That's all. That's the only book they have only page like one or two, three pages in that book. But now when you go outside now, you add on another 6 pages on that now. How you gonna stop that? You understand? So that's basically what happening now. Like I said, you can't stop from what happened. A lot of people not gonna like it. A lot of people want to go back to the old style. But then when you grown up, when you teaching your child or somebody teaching your child how to play ball, they're not just teaching your child just to play one position. They're teaching your child to play multiple positions. You understand? So if you don't know how to shoot, you gotta know how to post up. If you know how to post up, you gotta know how to shoot. If you don't know how to play, if you don't know how to do none of that, you gotta know how to play defense. Or if you gotta know how to handle the ball. You gotta do multiple stuff. You can't just learn one stuff no more. And that's what's happening. And that's why the league is looking at because everybody learning more than one stuff.
Is it a better watch for you in terms of how you like to see the game now compared?
Uh is it a better watch? Uh well, it's gonna be better. It is better somewhat to me because everybody know how to do something. Before, like I said, people used to just get to the point guard, let point guard bring it down. Now everybody could bring down the ball. So now it's more like I said. Only thing is what ain't nobody really know. Ain't nobody like sometimes somebody says something to me. It's like I have to think about it. What happening now is that NBA ain't really got no defense. It's basically who's gonna miss.
I said, who gonna make more shots than the other? Who
One of
gonna
the
make the
toughest
most
things is
shots?
out the physicality, and like you say, with everybody being so skilled, and you're not allowed to really touch them on the move. That's extremely hard. Just go
That
back in your days. Suppose you weren't able to touch Bonehead when he come into the lane. How could you stop him
right,
once you done
right,
take off?
That's
right,
true.
So
right,
it's
right.
very hard to play defense.
You're right. That's the only difference because before you said being able to hand check a man,
Yes. And
and
the
that hand
stronger
check,
man can move you. Because all of we
yeah,
went through that era where
that
a man will just put full arm on you and bump you this way and make you look foolish. That counts.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah, yeah. And then all of a sudden you see that you guys feel like wow, you guys feel so easy like that. There, my hand check,
Yep.
he moving you, you know.
Yep.
But see but this is how why man bulking up more because if you ain't strong, a man gonna
You
move
could
you
survive.
easy. If you put on some weight, if you and mind you before, like I said, I'm not a person I used to hate the gym. Hate the gym. I never to be in the gym. I hate the gym. But you have to learn how to compete. If you don't lifting weight, you can't compete. If you don't lifting weight, you can't compete with other people.
Mhm.
If man able to move you that easy, you can't compete.
Yeah, that's
You
true.
can't. So you have to learn how to get in the gym. It's something that you don't want to do. Listen, when you
That's
get
what happened with
older,
Jordan.
like are you sure? Huh?
No, I said that's what happened with Jordan. He had to go in the weight room.
All of we have to
Kobe
go in the
too.
way to it. And when we leave St. Croix, we didn't even live a weight in our life.
Right. They did push
All of
up.
we have to go in the way through. Because I went to the
No,
States
I
so
didn't.
fast, but guys used to control me with the same forearm and the hand check. And every once in a while, I bounce the ball off my foot. I used to be so pissed, like, dude, the man fouling me. But wow, you can either keep balling or you can get stronger. It is what it is.
You have to adapt. Listen, like I'm saying, every level, you're either gonna stay on the same level with everybody, or you're gonna move up. And what you have to do extra to move up.
Mm-hmm.
You
Facts.
have to do extra to move up. Is that lifting weight? You got lifting weight. Is that shooting more? You got to shoot more. Is that like being in the gym every day? That's what you got to do to have the edge over. Because watch, boss. I'm not gonna lie. I forget to tell y'all this. In my whole life playing ball, I used to be started all the time, right? It's not until I got to college, especially in this my last 2 years in college, when I went to the to Kean University, I was bench. I was
Hmm.
bench. I wanted to quit. I went to the coach and tell the coach, "Watch out, I'm about to quit because I ain't like this feeling at all." And the crazy thing is, I used to see man when I was in junior college. I used to see man, or not even junior college. I used to see man used to ball because they ain't getting no playing time. I used to be like, yo, what am I balling for? Because I get playing time. I ain't worried about that. So he's like, what am I balling for? Just play ball. But until it happened to you,
Mm-hmm.
that feeling is crazy. That
It's
feeling is
true.
crazy.
Yes, you right
That,
about that.
that year when it happened, that year when it happened to me, I wanted to quit. I went to the coach and said, yo, what? I ain't like this feeling about to quit. Cause your mentality is like this too. You see them man playing, they making mistakes, and when you look, you getting punished in practice for them man mistake. Like what? Why do I ain't getting no playing time? And you trying to punish them man, trying to tell them man that they doing this wrong. But you running hard for them man. No. So that's how I used to feel. But and then the following year, the crazy thing the following year, that's why the coach was like, yo, made me co-captain, and then that's how I started now. So but when the coach said don't, he had tell me don't quit, I was like, my mentality was like this: I'm not a quitter. I'm not a quitter. I'm a still play. I ain't gonna quit like that. I'm a still play. I'm gonna finish it out. I got one more year. I gonna finish it out. Whatever happened,
Facts.
it happened. But I'm gonna finish it out. So I play, and it was one of my good years too. Again, one of my good years. But the mentality for the NBA now is that every level, like every level that you go to, everybody's getting better. Everybody, not just one person, not just like like I said, it ain't just one person handling the ball. That's like when I tried to show my daughter how to play ball. My daughter was when she first started to play ball, she was like the tallest kid in the class. So I think my wife or somebody was like, "Yo, we're gonna teach you how to play a big man play point." I said, "Watch her. I ain't teach. Oh no, what position you trying to let her play?" I said, "I ain't trying to let her play any position. I want her to learn multiple positions because what my mentality was too. I look at female basketball, which is Candace,
WNBA.
Candace WNBA. I watch what's her name? Candace,
Candice Parker.
Candace Parker. You see how she have for big girl, she have a nice handle,
Yeah,
a nice handle, smooth.
smooth.
She
Yeah,
don't hustle, she don't rush thing or nothing. She got, you know. So I look at her as a big force who could come down the court and handle back. And that's how I try to show my daughter like, listen, man, this is what I want you to do this type of stuff. She, you know, she only listen halfway. And what I just telling her and stuff. But anyway, it is what it is. But
Right.
the thing is, when you teaching kids, no, you try not to just teach them one position. You try to teach them multiple because I'm gonna tell you what, every kid is learning more than one position too.
Right. But it is that's a way to teach them now. Like you don't teach them a position, you teach them skills. So they'll be able to adapt to every position based
Right.
on their size, their speed, you know, their how they anticipate stuff. They you know. So I wouldn't teach positions. I would teach skills, and then go from there.
Matter of
They
fact,
fall wherever they lay.
right. Matter of fact, wasn't that dude for the Lakers? Not
And
LeBron, the other big
Anthony
dude. What the big
Davis,
dude name? Yes.
Anthony Davis,
he
yeah.
was a
Remember,
point guard in
didn't they
high
say he was
school.
a point guard? Right, right. Actually, so he could bring them the ball at any time, and you won't be able to take the ball from it that easy. But he could still play it on low too. You
Facts.
know. So that kind of stuff, them kind of stuff now is like they say, is a positionless
Positionless
game
game.
now. Ain't
Yeah.
it ain't no
That's
real
true.
position to be played. It's, it's a position. So if you don't know how to play positionless game, you can't advance.
Yeah, that's
Right.
true. That's true.
Point.
So
So
You can't advance.
we don't always ask this question to our guests as we come into our close. Who would you like us to celebrate and honor and interview next?
I tell you this, Dennis Brown.
That's a good one.
do you have any links to set that up? I saw Mr. William in the chat, so maybe Mr. William could get with us
Matter
set
of
up.
fact, he too. Austin Williams. Because he was
He
he's
was
a good mentor. He's a good mentor and coach. You can,
yeah.
matter of fact, he's coach most of them pushers team too. He could
Oh,
give a lot
really?
of facts on it. He could give a lot of facts on the game. Yeah.
Austin Williams, we coming for you, Austin Williams.
Yeah.
That's
He could give a lot of, on the thing.
T,
Austin Williams. Yeah.
that's the first person that ever put me like on he started our elementary lunch league team, and he just created teams. No tryouts, no nothing. He just picked people based on his gym classes, and he just created teams. And that was like my first organized basketball ever in
Matter
elementary. And then
as, as you say that, right? That was my first organized bar in elementary, and he was my coach.
right, he used to
In
coach the BD league between the BD teams. He used to combine Lorraine and Grove and coach the BD league, the BD team from out at Grove area.
right,
Well, we
yes,
definitely would like to have him on. And also Zoro just texted and said bro said he's ready. So Zoro, I'm gonna talk to you, Zoro, so we could set that up because we would love to have him on. So we definitely, and Austin Williams, we like to have them on too, man. It's just awesome, getting these guys to come on and
Yeah.
teach us the
You
history.
know what's an amazing idea I just got in my head? We bring in Bonehead, Zoro, and Aston, and another man, and let we have the game. Let me just talk about the game. You know they have the last dance, Michael Jordan. Let me talk about the game. Push us man them, and let's
All
hear
right.
this. What
Hey,
really?
that sounds like a good idea to me.
That's a good idea. We'll try and make that happen.
I want to know right now with this game.
So
Well,
go ahead.
go ahead.
I mean, like I said, that's a lot of history right there, boy. That's a lot of history of my league. That's a lot of history of my league. I think, to tell you the truth, them battles was what made my league my league.
Mm-hmm.
You
That
understand?
started the foundation.
Them battles what made
Yeah.
right. Because I'm not gonna lie, man, them was a serious team. It's a serious team. It had a lot of people. But if you have a team where it was um, organized right, because man that had a lot of talent, But if you bring in a team with a nice with a coach and who and people who will listen, organize right, you could beat man them. And that's what pushers was.
They won't scared.
I'm telling you, that's gonna be a killer episode number. The game.
Yeah, we definitely gonna set that up. We definitely gonna set that up. So Bonehead, is any shout outs you wanna give some shout outs before we before we close this out? Any family members, your daughter. I know you talk about your daughter if you want to give some shout outs.
I love her very much. My daughter Camille, she just was here. She left, went to some place. She was here earlier. She about to go to college. She about to play in
Fun.
a Division Three um, in Pennsylvania, Penn State, a Division Three. Shout out to her. My
Yeah,
boy
man.
Walter Kelly who listen. I show Les. I want to Les uh, chime in because I forgot to tell him that I know I told him, but I don't know if he remember to come in. I mean, shout out strictly the best, basically. Um, who else? Everybody chime in, who I text and to come listen to. Hope they listen. I mean, blessings to them. Thanks for chiming in and listening, and to y'all, basically. You know what I'm saying? Y'all make this fun. I ain't gonna lie, this was fun. Y'all make
Right.
this fun. Like you said, each one of y'all feed off of each other. So it was nice to be on here.
Did it feel like 3 hours?
Yeah, that went by quick.
No,
It don't. It doesn't feel like 3 hours. So
yeah, no,
it's hard to stop
it
T
didn't
Gun
feel like that at
from
all. I just
talking.
look at the clock.
Oh, lad,
Hey,
fag.
the man,
Hey,
the man got a shot.
no. T Gun got a lot of he got a lot of brain. He got a lot to say. He's very smart and intelligent. So he's the right person for this. And he's definitely somebody to feed off of. He brings up the good subjects. He asks the great questions, and it'll just segue into a lot of different things that me and Mumbada feed off of. So like he's very special to the show. So it really don't feel like 3 hours, and this was 3 hours well spent. Bonehead, you definitely is somebody that I used to look up to. Cheese even said that today in a text he just sent me that you and Ice was his inspiration, and he stole all your dunks. Every dunk that he used to do, he stole from you and Ice. So when you could hear things like that, it just feel good that the type of marks that you'd leave behind, and you definitely left some good marks behind because you definitely a VI legend, and you got to tell your daughter to subscribe to our page so she could watch this interview because I think it will be very enlightening to her to learn some things about you.
Awesome, yeah.
Listen,
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you something about my daughter. The crazy thing is this. I don't know if your kids like that. If you got kids, they really don't believe that you could do whatever you could do. They really don't.
Facts, facts,
They don't
facts.
believe that. They don't believe that you was this type of player. Can my daughter be honest? And the crazy thing is, every place we go, and when I see somebody that I know, they are say, "Yo, your father could play. But your father is nice." She be like, whatever, Dad. I'm like, I'll be laughing. I'll be laughing. So it's like that's the funny thing. I was like, let you go because, like I said, it's crazy. It's crazy that you, especially the thing is too. I know me and my daughter is very close. What made me she got close is through this sport. That
Hmm.
sport itself, because I didn't force her into it. She just stopped playing because she was in a school where everybody in the class was doing the theater. So when she started doing that, that's when I started to teach her little. And when that happened, me and she became really close, like So
That's
and
awesome.
I always try to tell her, like, listen, this game is very funny, it's very helpful, and you will meet a lot of people through this game. Through this game, you'll meet a lot of people, and
It's
some of
real.
them might become your best friend. Some of them might become
That's right.
your enemy. You never know. You never know. But that, yeah,
Man, for me,
that's how that is.
man, Bonehead, it's just been a pleasure, man. Like I say, you don't know sometimes when you play in this game how you can actually impact somebody else's life. And for that, just that brief moment I saw you play, and I just like, God, this man is like Zoro 2.0. I just wish I could have got a lot more of you, or at least the tapes of. And I'm so happy you are able now to tell your story so we can actually put the face to the name because you are always on these podcasts. Hey, don't forget Bonehead, don't forget Bonehead. And the fact now you are here pretty much as long as these medium exists, anybody can always come and check out your story. It's been a blessing, man. I really enjoyed tonight. And that's why 3 hours ain't hard for me because once I'm really interested in your story, I mean, I go in at it. You know what I'm saying? It's
And
crazy.
you see,
One question I got asked. One question. One question I got asked.
He's breaking up, Mumba.
One question I got asked, and I, I want to be rude about it, but it got a picture that Zoro got up there, right? And his page, oh, it's with them Ireland pictures where he have a picture there that he dunking. For some reason, I believe that was me.
I go in and check now.
For some reason, it was a picture, and I think that was a picture with Timmy in the back. With Timmy, but you can't really see the face that good. But it's saying that like in the background, you can't really see face. But I mean, we wasn't playing in some type of pickup game, and like in the gym, it was we had a ref and stuff, and we were playing against some type of we had an R-star team, and I dunked. And somebody took that picture, and for some reason I think that picture is me, but Zoro got it dunk as him, but I'm not sure. But I can leave it like that. But hey,
Who is
somebody was
dunking? Zoro? I gotta go check that out.
Zoro is dunking like he's dunking with one hand, like he's dunking, and one hand like is down low.
This it?
So it's like yes, yes, that's it right there.
You take that picture?
Somebody took that picture. Somebody took that picture, but they say Zoro.
Yeah,
But
Zoro said that's
I
he.
believe that for some he said that he.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
I believe a bit of a picture that is I don't know. Every time I look at a picture, I'm like, yo, that's you for real? Oh, that's me. I was not sure.
Yeah, yeah. Bonehead, man. It's been a pleasure, man. Like I said, I learned a lot about you the last couple of days, man. And it's been an honor. It's been a pleasure, man. And I'm just happy, get to be having these history lessons, every Sunday and every Wednesday.
Wednesday.
Yeah, man. So it's been an honor, learning about you. One thing that stood out about you, and it's important. It's funny with everybody's episode is I always had something that stood out. And one thing about your episode that stood out is the fact that you said that you had like a shot impact at St. Croix, but your shot impacted so many people, and that's what's so amazing about that. Say the way Cover White, he started basketball late, Sunil, the same thing. So like it's just amazing. And like Tiga and Pang always talk about how talented so many people from the VI is, and that just says a lot about the talent that our small islands produce. So it's amazing. It's amazing. Shout outs, big out to everybody that tuned in, supported, was in the comments. Shout out to Chi, shout out to Lampi for educating us, helping us with a lot of the name, you pang
My
sources.
sources. My
Yeah,
sources.
yeah, man. Shout out to Zoro for putting us on with Bonehead. Shout out to Zoro for putting us on with Bonehead as well too, and he's putting us on with Dennis Brown as well. So like I say, we always appreciate you, Zoro, you know, and everything that you do and stuff like that. You the GOAT, you the legend, you know. Big up to Bonehead as well, you know, the GOAT, the legend. Shout out to all our viewers once again as well. Thank you for your support and everything. So shout out to Pang, your sibling, you know, Tegan, your siblings. They are always here, always commenting, always supporting. So shout out to your siblings as well too, you know. So yeah, man. The Elite Podcast, you know, follow the Elite Podcast on YouTube, subscribe. You know, our previous episodes and our live episodes is always streaming, and our previous episodes is streaming. So if any of your kids want to do a paper and a Virgin Island person, you know, they could go to the YouTube channel and they could study, you know, they could watch the episodes and they could pick someone and they could write about them, etc. You know, so keep that in mind, you know.
Yeah, man, this was good. Thank you for taking time out and sharing your story, Bonehead. It was very amazing.
Yes, bless up.
Good night to everybody that tuned in tonight. You know, it's always a pleasure. And as I always said, without you, there's no us. So good night to everybody. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday. Then we get ready for work bright and early Monday tomorrow. Bless up to my brothers, Bonehead. Have a good night. Come and join us again.
Oh yeah, we gonna try to set up man them pushers with some of the
I'm
players
right now.
Hello.
Okay. I'm here. I'll be waiting.
Yeah, we'll try to make that happen. We definitely will try to make that happen. I also gotta try and make the one with Mr. Lockhart and some of his former players too. So that's two things I gotta work on.
Yeah, bonus episode.
Okay. I got a problem.
Bonus, yeah. You're right, Tegan.
I got a problem. Thank you for having me on. It was a blessing.
Much love, much love. Good night, everybody. Much love to everybody.
Blessing to everybody.
Night.